get started because HJ is gonna be late. Maybe 30 minutes. So we'll see. We'll see what that's gonna end up being. But yeah, HJ is away, and yeah, you're down already one Goliath this week anyway. But we're just gonna get started. So usually after a level up, we'll go through what you gained with the level up. But I was thinking maybe we'll just wait for HJ to be here, and then we can go through that. So instead, does anyone want to sum up what happened last time? It's gonna be pretty short.
Oh, we basically fought with what's that unit? Mem and the alchemist.
Gamem and Hamlick.
Yeah, that's basically it. It was almost a TPK. People sustained injuries. One more devastating than another, which is why he's like not here. And then I guess we are done. And we are still on the outskirts of town with many onlookers.
Yep, you rested outside. Or well, not outside. You rested at the inn. I just realized my camera is a little bit. I'll just sit higher. But yeah, you were at the inn outside of the main city, and yeah, you talked some strategy and talked about what to buy and talked about what to do, and yeah, I guess this time we're gonna find out if you can actually do any of that. There's one correction I would like to issue to last week. I said that it's going to take you about 4 days to get to Lynn, but it's actually going to be 5 days. About.
Yes, by boat or by walking?
Basically both. By boat, it's going to be a little bit hit and miss whether you're going to have the wind with you or so on. But it's going to be about the same. Depends on the ship, of course. Like if you go with some super fast ship, then maybe you'll get to shave off 1 day out of that. But it's not going to be majorly different anyway.
Okay. So we have some stuff to get done, some shopping. Okay, so our destinations are the Alchemical Academy, the market, and wherever we can get healing for Zarud.
Yeah, I mean, we could check with that too, yeah, because it was going to be it was what, like 10 days for him to actually heal that?
Yeah, we need to get a high-level heal, and then someone said we should get a scroll of remove curse.
If he no longer wants to attune to the
Oh, yeah. But he can, presumably whoever heals him would also have access to that spell, so pay them to do it, and it might be cheaper than buying a scroll for it. Okay, and then... Okay, so if those are our three... Let's see, is there anything else? No. Dude, can I ask the innkeeper or whoever if there's some sort of like quick mail sending system? Like, can I pay someone to run a letter across town?
Within the city?
Yes.
I think you've asked this before, and yes, you could hire a courier. You just have to find one or find somebody random willing to do that for you.
We had asked at the Adventurers Guild before.
Oh, okay. How would I go about finding a trusted courier? Actually, you know what? Actually, you know what? I have fairly high insight. I feel like I could probably glean from a random person if they're just gonna rip me off. I'll find a trustworthy looking young lad.
What's wrong with Skyride all of a sudden?
I wanted to be more formal.
I see.
Well, first I sit down. We're still at the tavern. I assume I sit down and I write my letter. It's to the academy. It's to Master Flip at the Academy of Engineering, because I promised a while ago that I would help them, and I have not done that. So I would like to write a letter. Is my deepest apologies. I have been called away. My party has been called away by the Emperor to do something. I will be in town for the next 3 days, and then we will be gone for approximately, let's say, 3 weeks to be safe. If you need to contact me in the next 3 days, I will be at, insert the name of the inn we're staying at. And then, again, my deepest apologies that I will not be able to, assist, and I have full faith that you will accomplish the stabilizing of the say Mervin Omicron. That's not right. Have it in my notes. I need to put in like capital letters the master's name and the name of my Mervinoculum. Okay, that's my letter. I write it a little more eloquently.
All right.
I would see the name if you want to write it down.
I have the name. It's Flipwick Quenque.
Give me a persuasion check.
Persuasion? I have +0 to that.
And then give me an insight check.
Ooh.
All right. You ask around, like, hey, anybody, a letter,
Anybody
piece of
willing
gold.
to run around the town
Go.
to get to the Academy of Engineering?
And yep, you get somebody to send it over for 1 gold piece.
Perfect.
I'll remove that from your cart.
Okay. All right, that's the first thing I wanted to do today. Check. Okay. Guys, we have 3 places to go. How do we want to divvy it up?
Are we not all going together?
I don't think that's an effective use of our time.
Okay.
It takes us a long time to walk everywhere. And I need to get started on making the scrolls right as soon as possible.
Fair enough.
And the Dragonbane weapons, if that's going to be me, although I think you guys could probably handle that.
Let me bring up 3 ambush scenarios here real quick.
Pyros, I think you should go to the market because you have charisma and we don't.
All right. And what all were we looking for at the specific market?
At the market, we needed. We wanted to. Actually, you know what?
Because I think mostly we've been mentioning potions and scrolls, which would all be in the cathedral.
You know what? You're right. Let's leave the market till last if we want to try. There were like small things, like I wanted to get a set of. Actually, you know what? Scratch the rings for warding bond, because you know what? I do not have health to actually do that spell. I realized it was just a bad idea. It's like I'm not.
Like, who do you want to save so badly?
I mean, I would love to protect all of you, but I do not. My strength is that it's harder to hit me, and not
So-
that I
so
can
if-
take damage.
if you put it on your ring of like whatever thing that Zarut has it, Todd could cast it.
No, that's not how the spell works. It has to. Oh, oops. I'm the one who casts the spell. It's not. Oh, I see.
If
You're
you put
saying
it
it's
into
a
your ring.
spell storing item. Okay,
Yeah.
interesting
So
idea.
you could put it on Todd, and then Todd could use it.
Can Todd cast spells with a spell storing item?
I think we've determined that Todd can't use items, right?
Oh.
Okay. Fine. Whatever.
We tried.
Okay. So yeah, the other thing was we needed to go to the Arcane Academy because we need an Earthbind scroll.
Did we get our Arcanium already?
No, we haven't
need
gone
to-
over there yet. Well, we assume we have to go over there. We don't actually know.
Okay.
I mean, this exact same thing has happened before to this party. Where somebody's like, hey, you can have this thing, and then nobody asks like, where?
Or should we like head to the castle then?
Yeah, I mean, if we strike out at the Alchemical Academy, then
Right.
the castle's where we have to go. Okay. I think I'm just gonna break away from you guys and stop in the market to get the supplies for the spell scroll making,
Okay.
Okay.
and
I'll
then
do
head straight back to the inn, and I'm gonna get started right away on the spell scrolls.
I'm gonna do the task that requires no charisma, which is just collecting the Arcanium.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
But then we
We've
also
got-
wanted to try and find a place that might have like the ability to heal
yeah.
Zarud,
So
which presumably would also be in the Cathedral District if we're looking for like magical healing.
yeah. So then, why doesn't Celery can handle buying stuff at the Alchemical Academy, or getting the and collecting the Arcanium if he can, and then Pyros, you want to deal with trying to find a healer?
Sure.
Okay, and I'll get started on the scrolls. And then so at some point someone needs to go to the Arcane Academy to get the Earthbind scroll. It's the only thing we need from them, right? Unless Celery, you wanted other spell scrolls that I can't make.
I have a list, but I'm like, this place seems so rip-off. I'm not sure when I want to buy them. It's so expensive.
That is fair.
I don't think we've tried to get scrolls from there yet.
We tried to get some from the merchant district. They were like
Yeah, no.
crazily priced.
Insane.
Not from the Merchants District. You've tried to buy from the Merchant Guild, which is a bunch of traders, and that's a place where you can find almost anything, but for high prices. All right. Well, so Mervyn is basically just stuck making scrolls then for the whole day. So Mervyn is out of the game. So are you the rest going together now somewhere?
Well, I think we're traveling together at least to like the Cathedral District, but then I guess the idea is to have Celery stop by the Alchemical Arts to see if they have the stuff for us to get, and for Pyros to try and find like one of the churches or cathedrals that's dedicated towards healing.
So Zarud's going with Pyros, I assume. Where is Fred going?
Buying scrolls. he has the
Yeah,
best
I guess we're probably
perception.
go with celery since we can't really like separate them.
All right. So then I guess I have to pull you in. Over here.
Updated on free.
Yeah, they would not be yet, no. Because they would be taking from the old stuff, but these are not for combat stuff, so
Mhm.
don't need to worry about that now. So it is going to take you a while as usual. Some hours to get over to the Cathedral District. So let's start with maybe Zerud and Pyros. What are you doing?
Well, I guess there is like two possible things to be looking for. Either if there's an actual like clinic, or if any of the churches seem to be like dedicated to a god or goddess of healing.
So what are you doing?
Well, I guess you can fall back on the whole reliable of ask around.
All right. So you start asking around for what specifically? For a healer?
Yeah, for a healer, like for taking care of injuries that don't just work from a potion of healing.
Yep. Well, quite quickly, some people do point you towards the big cathedral in the district that the district is, surprise, surprise, named after. So they tell you that the cathedral in the southern part of the district is dedicated to Torm, and they will probably be able to help you with that.
Well, all right, so that sounds like the destination.
Yep. Hold on. There's the thing. The Cathedral to Torm. So, knowing where it is, you get there pretty quick, and it's also a big building that you can see from far away, so it's not hard to get there. How do you go about approaching the place then?
Well, how's it like set up on the outside? Are there like people by the doors, or is it just open door, anyone can go in?
It's open door, yeah, because it's a big like cathedral in the middle of the city in the middle of the day, so it's open to anyone.
Gotcha. So yeah, head on in there, try to see if I can identify like a member of the clergy that doesn't look like they're too involved in anything important.
Yep, you find some.
All right. So yeah, basically, just want to say some that my friend here during one of our fights, he ended up with some injuries that don't seem to be healing very easily. We've tried some just general curing spells. We tried I believe he took a healing potion at one point, and they're just still persisting. Is anyone able to help?
The cleric looks around for a bit and says, yes, we do have some healers around here. If you wait here, I can go and fetch someone who can maybe help you out.
Yeah, that'd be appreciated.
And they go out, and after a while, they come back with a very old-looking dwarf who comes over to you and just looks at you and says, you need the services of the Loyal Fury?
Yes, as I was telling your compatriot here, our friend, my friend here, he was injured in a recent fight, and it's proving somewhat resistant to the healing that we have available. And so we're wondering if perhaps someone of your abilities would be able to help him out.
The dwarf looks at Zerud and says, yes, he looks to be quite in a bad shape, not being able to talk and all. I can do this, but it would seem like they will be requiring some greater healing power than just a simple spell, so I am going to have to ask for you to provide some tribute to the true god.
Okay. How much would you need?
Well, 1,000 gold pieces would suffice.
Okay. Let's see. I know we've obviously done some math on what we needed, but
Oh, we're nowhere close to running out of the 10,000.
yeah.
I think all of my stuff together is somewhere around 500.
Gotcha. Yeah, and obviously it would be nice to make sure he's, ready and available in case something happens on the way. So, yeah, I think we can manage that.
All right, very good, very good. If you just drop the gold over there in our donation box, I can take care of your friend.
I assume by the magic of convenience, they'd have that on hand.
Yep.
All right. So yeah, he'll head over and drop the money in there.
All right, you're 1k poorer.
Save. Okay.
I'm amazed that you just did it. You just paid.
1,000 for the hail spell? That sounds like a bargain.
I mean,
It was,
It's-
it wasn't too bad, but
it seems weird to haggle with the church for magical healing.
maybe. All right, well, Celery and Frid at this point have reached the Academy of Alchemical Arts, and the place is closed.
Is it like a Sunday thing where they close shop on Sundays?
It shouldn't be Sunday, no. It is unusual for the door to be closed at this point.
What do we know as a backup place to the alchemical arts? Like, do they have like a pop-up store?
May I suggest?
You're nowhere near this place to suggest anything.
For the Arcanium, I think you're gonna have to just go up to the castle. But for the potions of fire resistance, we could. Hamlet might be able to just make them for us.
Yeah, that, or we could also check with the old elf outside of the city, and unless he's passed at this point, since he was ancient by elf terms.
So there's no like pop-up store or anything. It's just the alchemical arts. Like, are there any other stores like directly across them? So I could ask, why are they closed? It's unusual for them to be closed.
No, but there's people around, yeah.
Okay, then I'll
You could ask them.
people around. Yeah.
Yeah, the people tell you that it's because of the break-in that happened the other night, that they have closed their doors, and they only take special customers in.
How do one qualify to be a special customer then?
The random passerbys don't seem to know.
Okay, we can't come here. I guess we have to go all the way up to the castle. Though now, Salaries actually sell the different allergen. This time he's a summer allergen with a fiery nature. He'll be telling Freed, like, whisper. I mean, what's stopping us from stealing from Dan since we already stole once? No. Right. But I'm still going to the cathedral, but that's my thoughts.
AJ is not here, but I think what Frid would maybe point out as this is something that Frid and also Mervyn have learned many times during their adventures, is that Frid would probably suggest to knock on the door.
Knock on the door? Okay, sure. I'll knock
Yeah,
on the door.
because it's closed, but you know. Yeah, you knock on the door, and after a moment, somebody comes and opens it and cracks it open for a bit and looks at you and says, "Yep, what is it?"
We are here to collect our Arcanium, and we were also hoping to purchase some fire resistance potions.
Who are you? You haven't seen this person before.
I'll look to Frid. Have Frid actually introduced us as the fire starters, or how were we introduced the last time we came in?
Yeah, you were introduced as the adventuring party, yeah.
Okay, I'll let Frid do the introductions, because I don't remember how we were introduced.
Well, the person there says, I haven't heard of you before.
If I can just do like a reminder, at least in front of the Emperor, we weren't introduced as the fire starters. This Majordomo basically just called us the Dragon Slayers.
That is true.
Okay. Then I would say, did the castle, the crown, actually put in an order? We are the Dragon Slayers trying to pick up our Arcanium.
Give me a persuasion check.
Well, it should be a 19. Frid is there.
Good try, but good try, but no.
A passive persuasion of 19.
The person just looks at you for a bit and just says, "Let me go check," and they close the door. Then, after a while, like 5 minutes, the door is opened again, and this time it is the master of the academy that opens up. They open it up more fully, but they are also just sort of standing in the doorway, so they're not like inviting you in or anything. But they are less suspicious of you, and they just say, "Oh, it's you. I was told you were asking for some Arcanium."
Not accurate. We are here to pick it up. We're not asking for some. We're just picking it up.
Oh, we have not received any word from the castle about this. Are you sure this is the right place?
I'm pretty sure. Is there anywhere else that we could get Arcanium from? Are you sailing there, like offshore area we can?
Well, soon enough you're going to be finding it everywhere, I guess, with the recent break-in we had here. Some criminals stole the recipe for Arcanium, and we can only assume that soon it's going to be in the hands of bad actors everywhere, trying to create counterfeit versions of it. But to answer your question, our pure Academy Arcanium here, we have our stores here, and I suppose the castle has some as well, but if the castle told you to come over here to pick it up, then I'm sorry, but we are sort of we are somewhat more careful about these things these days. Now, I understand it would be a big inconvenience to go back to the castle for this. So, perhaps if you could show us your adventuring guild papers, and we could write up some, make some notes, just so we know who's received these things.
Someone else in the party has them. Someone else in the party has them.
I mean, if you're asking for the Emperor has my name, right? I'm not sure what name Fit is going to give, but I'm going to give my name.
No, they want the paper that the Adventurer Guild confiscated from us when we were kicked out. This paper
Oh,
that's, like, it's our certificate that we are an official adventuring party.
But they did say that the castle has their own supply of arcanium, so that means that that's probably what we're actually getting it from.
Yes.
could I just do an off-tangent thing and ask, do you happen to sell fire resistance potions, Steve?
The master says, our stores are closed temporarily, except for special customers, I'm sorry to say.
So I guess
By
I'm your
next-
special customer.
Well, no. In a week's time, we can perhaps open up the shop again, but we will have to increase security as well as prices, of course, due to the break-in that happened.
It's such a pity you guys don't have like a pop-up store. I guess your location is just like a storefront that doesn't actually sell anything. I'll say that analogy.
All right, you have left. The academy closes their doors again. So would Pyros and Zarud then try to catch up with Cerial?
Since it went relatively quickly, I would say yes. Since they had 2 places to go to.
Yep. And is Celery and Frid then, are you heading to the castle?
Yep.
Okay. Let's do a... let's do a 50-50 chance here, if you're gonna meet up or not. One, and you catch up to each other. 2, and you just miss each other. Okay, you catch up, and you link up together, and I'm just gonna delete all your tokens, and I'm just gonna bring the whole party token over here, because Mervin's the only one out now, having decided to split out of the party.
I mean, I'm doing important work.
I mean, important is a strong word.
Alright, so... yeah, the healing actually went fairly smoothly.
Great. I can't say it's the same for getting the Arcanium, because people are pretty stuck up.
Wrong button. There we go.
You make your way to the castle.
Alright, I assume we basically, like, exchange what happened on the way.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so then, yeah, I guess that means that at the castle here they have their own stores, which is what they were going to be giving it to us from. So, we need to find someone to talk to.
Major Dome, maybe?
He'd probably be the one that we'd have to speak with, which most likely means we have to get past the guards again. So, yeah.
Yep, the first guards ask you, what are you doing over here?
Yes, So, yeah. With the task we were given by the Emperor, we were told to collect some supplies. We believe we would probably need to speak with the Major Domo to actually collect those.
The guards here still remember you, so they just let you in. They are a little bit wary of you, just sort of coming back so soon. But you're eventually led over to the Majordomo, who is in his office and sees you come in and is visibly confused about seeing you. But then just sort of goes into a deep bow and says, how may I help you?
During our audience with the Emperor, he had asked us if we required any supplies, and so for the trip we did request some doses of Arcanium. He said it would be taken care of. I would assume that you would be the one we would speak to in regards to actually arranging that.
The Majordomo looks at you for a moment, kind of like in shock, and then just says, "Oh, of course. I am terribly sorry about this misunderstanding. You understand that I was not made aware of this. I was not present in the room when this conversation happened. Please forgive me."
Yes, I totally understand that. We probably should have mentioned something to you on our way out.
I'm sorry. Why would we assume that the proper course of action is for us to go out and say, "Oh, he said we could have this"? Like, why would we? Like, he's the one who needs to. We could have said anything. We could have said like he told us that we're gonna have our own castle. Like,
Yes, you
I'm
could.
just being diplomatic.
I mean,
Yes,
if I'm there, right, I'll be like, yeah, get your shit together and you'll be forgiven.
We were a bit overwhelmed from the whole ordeal, and we're not thinking of all the possibilities.
The Majordomo looks at Sela and is like, yes, I'm quite sorry. I'm quite sorry about this. We will organize this for you. You please give me just a moment, and I will have the Arcanium for you.
Understood. Thank you.
And then the Majordomo leaves. But yeah, I mean, you were alone with the Emperor in the room.
Yep.
So yeah. The Majordomo takes a while, and then eventually comes back, and with a servant who is carrying a little box with 20 vials of Arcanium in it, and just hands it over to you, and the Majordomo says, again, we are very, very sorry about this misunderstanding. I hope that you may forgive us, and your adventures go well. Now, I believe your mission awaits you.
Yes, we will be taking part fairly soon. Thank you very much. And I guess take the box, and if there's nothing else, then head out.
All right.
Hi.
And here's HJ. Hello.
Yeah, sorry about came up.
It's all right. You have just come in on the team going to the castle to pick up the Arcanium that you forgot.
And you said 20 doses.
Yep.
20.
Okay. Because I thought we had originally asked for 12. So that's nice.
No, wait.
Well,
No,
2 each,
not
right?
20. It was 10. Yeah, it was 2 each. So 10. That's right.
Okay.
Okay,
I could have
10.
sworn we like fudged it and asked for 12, like as extra. No, it was 10. Okay.
No, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I
You,
mean, if
you
want to
thought
give us
about it,
20,
but
that's great.
no, it was 10. Yeah, I was mistaken. 10 of those. So yeah, you have them.
All right, so then we can head out there. So I guess the only other thing we were looking for was scrolls. Is that right?
Mhm. Yeah.
So back to the Academy of Arcane Arts,
Mm-hmm.
which was basically right across the street from the Alchemical Arts.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we have to go past there to get to the inn anyway, right?
Mm-hmm.
More or less.
And you have, by the way, basically spent all day now. Effectively, in the sense that if you go back to the inn, it'll be getting a little late already. So,
Have I had 8 hours to spend on scroll making?
no, you haven't had time for anything yet. We will get back to you another time. Yeah, so you arrive at the Academy of Arcane Arts. Do you just ask around for a scroll shop?
Yeah, that's where we can buy scrolls.
Is there
Mhm.
like a spellbook browsing section where people compare notes?
No.
Had to try.
Let's see, is it this one? Yes. Here is a list of scrolls that they have available just right now for you to buy for the price. If there's anything else you'd like, you may have to ask somebody else or somebody for like if they would happen to have this particular scroll around.
And so they do not have that Earthbind one that you were looking for.
Mhm.
Were there other ones we were looking for, or was it just the Earthbind at this point?
Remove curse.
Right.
Snowball Swarm looks interesting.
Yeah, they don't have the Remove Curse either, but yeah.
Could I ask whoever's that's there if there is like a wizardry section that I could sign up as so that we could compare notes? I mean, isn't knowledge what we are all here for?
Give me a persuasion check.
I don't have a modifier for that, so it's just a 20. Okay, 2. Great.
You are told that you can apply for the academy if you'd like.
So I guess while the rest of the guys are looking at Spellcraft, I'll look at the procedures to sign up.
They explain to you that you can apply, but you are not guaranteed to get in, and then you would have to go through a period of a couple of years of study to be able to call yourself a member of the academy.
Another bunch of stuck-up people. In a couple of years, you'll be like begging me to be part of the Arcane Academy, and then I'll just leave. So for HJs who just missed out a little bit, right now
Snell
I'm
is very
Sal.
brazen.
Yeah, I'm a very abrasive person as a summer Eladrin. Fiery nature.
Very, very abrasive.
So are there any of the scrolls that you would like to buy out of the list, or anything outside of the list?
I don't think that any of those would be particularly helpful for us unless we actually want to get their protection from energy.
That's someone's concentration.
Yeah.
Is there protection from energy? Oh. Could you target multiple people with this, or it's just one if I upcast it?
You can't upcast a scroll.
But I could
Yep.
scribe it first, right?
It
If I
doesn't
scribe
mention
it,
an
then-
upcast benefit though.
Yeah, so it's not like intellect. Yeah.
And unless I just don't understand how that website works, it looks like none of those are rituals.
I mean, I could technically multi-cast it with a sorcery option, but then that's my concentration on that. But
Can you?
I mean, we don't really
I
need the
think
protection
so.
from energy spell scroll because Murph could just do it as well, right? He could just,
I have protection
Create
from
it.
energy, yeah.
yeah, he could just create that spell scroll. I don't think we need to buy
Where are
it.
you? Oh yeah, I could create that
Yeah.
spell scroll.
It would take longer because it's a
It
third
would
level
take,
spell.
Yeah. Oh, I see. Yeah. So it wasn't on my list of ways to get fire resistance because it's my concentration, and I thought haste on Zarud was a better use of my concentration. We've got, if we can get 2 potions would be great. And then fire resistant armor on Fred.
Yeah, I think you can use your sorcery, meta magic on scrolls.
yeah, because it says
Yeah.
as long as it's not a range of south.
Yeah, there's no mention of it not working.
So how do you feel about swapping our the mind sharpener and fire resistant armor so that if you get that, then you can do the twin spell thing to hold it on 2 people, and the mind sharpener would mean you definitely wouldn't lose concentration on it. I mean, for 4 hits.
Right, so- say
for,
again?
for 4 fails. So you can fail the concentration 4 times before the mind sharpener is no longer useful. You get 4 free fails. And then if you have the mind sharpener, which I can put on your robes, put your AC back up for the other thing you were talking about. And then I have the fire resistant armor and you take the potion.
And then you could cast it on Zarud and yourself. Because
Or
the
you
rest of
can-
us do not need it.
Oh no, we wouldn't need. Oh no. Oh.
You do not need it, I do not need it, Pyros do not need it, so it's
I
just
know, I
Zarud.
need-
It's also
fire
quite.
resistance.
It's not that desirable of a spell for my concentration because basically all my spells are concentration.
True. Yeah.
So
Oh, they
It'd
are. A
leave me
lot of
with-
them are.
most of them are concentration. So
Do you
it'd
want to
leave me
swap anyway?
quite-
Mind sharpener, how's your con save?
My con save is +3.
I don't think there's anything we need here at this scroll shop that was there, unless you want to just get that. But
Yeah.
Could I just ask them, since we haven't asked, do you guys happen to have other spell scrolls that are not in this list, like the remove curse?
They are gonna try and check for a remove curse. Unfortunately, they do not have a remove curse here now.
What were the others you wanted? What about
Earth.
the Earthbind?
Earthbind scrolls. They unfortunately do not have them.
strike out on the.
Yeah, I think there's like nothing we need here then, unless I'm mistaken.
So next task, at least that we would have, would be to, well, it's about time to go to bed. You said it was getting
Let's catch
gonna be getting late
Murph
already.
up to speed. Yeah.
Well, unless there's something on the way to do. What is it that you want to do?
Well, we were gonna want to check and see if Hamlet had like fire resistance potions, but that's the other side of town.
I mean, Hamlet is on the way to the inn outside of the town, so.
Oh, I thought. Okay, so we're at a different one. Okay. Then yeah, I mean we can stop and see what he's got.
Yeah, because Mervyn decided in the letter to the Academy of Engineering Arts that you are staying outside of the city,
Okay.
where you fought Mem. So that's
Gotcha.
why this is taking the whole day.
Sure. Okay.
Well, it was convenient for me. So
Okay.
we had to do that. Because I just
Then, yeah.
didn't think it.
All right, you end up at Hamlet's.
Is he closed up?
Well, I mean, it's like his home.
Oh, I thought it was an actual shop.
It's no.
Okay.
You never entered a shop at any point.
True. That's true. Yep. Do we want to bug him for this one, or do we want to? Yeah. Go ahead and knock.
Hamlet opens up.
Hey again. Sorry to bother you at your home here again. We were getting ready our final preparations, and it looks like the actual Academy of Alchemy is closed up because of the break-in they had. So we were wondering if perhaps you had any potions of fire resistance we could buy off you.
Hamlet says, no, I'm sorry, I don't have any right now. I specialize more in poisons. I could make you some, but my production is sort of has shifted now to a more profitable product. So I would have to ask for quite a high price for these potions if you wanted them. You see, you understand I would have to hold production on the more profitable item.
True.
What if we would just want to buy the recipe to do it?
I mean,
Huh,
as a player, we might have that recipe.
Oh, the recipe for fire resistance?
Maybe.
Oh yeah, we have
never
all
looked
those
at the ones.
all those random papers.
So yeah.
Oh, right. Okay.
Ah.
Before we go
That's an
buying a
expense.
recipe, we might want to check if we have it.
Yeah. Well, we will keep that in mind if we end up needing to do it. That way, you'll probably hear from us before we actually leave. But I think that we are going to explore some other options right now.
Hamlet looks at you and seems very insidious and says, yes, please do come by again. I may have some interesting products to sell you.
Have
Very
you
well.
made any headway for the one that we have given to you? Like, have you started on it? Did you realize you're missing anything?
No, everything's fine. Everything's fine.
Wow, this guy has a huge hubris. I'm about to be.
Alright. Well, again, sorry for disturbing you. Thank you.
Thank you.
There is, yeah, so we might have the recipe for it, and Celery has chemical supplies. There is still the old elf outside the city
Right. Which
as,
would be
as another possible. But I think that's a good. So go through the.
Yeah, that would be technically out of our way unless we're making another visit to the engineering academy. Then it's only a little bit farther than that was. But that'll be it for tonight.
All right. Well, you make your way back to Mervyn. Mervyn, you have had your time to make your scrolls.
8 hours? Beautiful. That is shield. Done. 50 gold off of the cart.
Wait, that was 8 hours for one scroll?
4 shield scrolls.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait a minute.
And it only costs 50? My god, this is great.
Yeah.
Great.
How is it? How is it 50? What is shield?
It's half the gold. So 2 level 1. Sorry, 4 level 1.
Yes.
Scroll is normally
Yeah.
100, so half it. It's 50.
Yeah. I forgot shield is level 1. But yeah, I mean, it doesn't, like, level 1 scrolls aren't really worth that much because it's just a level 1 spell. So.
Yeah. It's just the benefit of
And
not
it's
using a slot.
Yeah, but it's a level 1 slot, and you have a lot of them at this point, so.
I don't.
What did you end up putting inside your Ring of Spell storing, Pyro?
If I recall correctly, I swapped it over to Armor of Agathis. I can double check because I wrote it down in the item description.
Fifth level.
Yes, Armor of Agathis.
So, how do you catch up Mervyn on what's happened?
So we got the healing for Zarud. It did end up costing about 1,000 gold, but I feel that is worth it in case any things happen on the way.
Chump change.
The Academy of Alchemical Arts is in fact closed down right now because of the break-in, except to like pre-approved customers. But our Arcanium was actually at the castle because they have their own supply. And they did not have the scrolls we were looking for at the Academy of Arcane Arts.
Okay.
Am I missing anything?
Nope. Besides the fact that most of them are assholes, I think you got it right.
Also, you didn't get the
Okay.
fire resistance potions.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So, all right. So then adding forging our old Adventurer Guild papers onto my list of things to do. For situations like this in the future, obviously we couldn't go into an Adventurers Guild and pretend that we're still members, but like for anyone else who asks, if it's necessary, we like really need it.
We probably should have asked if there was some official paperwork we could get from the Emperor.
Yeah, that'd be good. Okay. All right, so there are some things we need to get at the Merchants Guild.
Potentially, yep.
We need, we discussed getting a half plate for Zarud. And then we need the materials for making the spears. And want to see if we can suss out any magic items if they have them. Maybe if they have them. Yeah. Yeah, let's and then I guess first thing tomorrow let's go through all the scrolls.
I love how you were really happy about finally going up against an enemy that you can prepare against, and now you've gone so overboard with the preparing. We've been doing like preparation for the last 10 sessions here.
I can't wait for us to get there, and then the dragon's just going to be killed off by something even bigger that we then have to fight, and it has
That
a completely
would
different
be
skill set.
so funny. So funny.
Yeah, ancient blue dragon kills the red one.
Yeah, something like that. Or not even dragon, just all of our stuff is useless. That would be humorous.
Yeah.
I have trends, which means I only need 4 hours of sleep. So I take the extra 4 hours to start looking through the papers.
Yep, I think you can probably manage to get through them in that time.
I will be a different person.
Cell doesn't have the patience for that kind of stuff.
No, he doesn't have the alchemical specialty.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hold on.
I think I'm starting to notice the pattern with the names. Celery, celery. So is the fourth one just
Lear, yeah, Lear.
That one hasn't
Hold
made
on.
an appearance yet.
Don't believe so.
Yes. Okay. So here is a list. List of the recipes. It is as a shop here, but it's just potions and recipes for them. So
What we needed.
you will be able to make these potions, but you will have to first of all learn each recipe if you want to make them, and then you will have to actually make the thing. So supplies and everything, but these are the recipes that you have available from the stuff that Fred stole.
So lightning, but not fire.
No fire!
We have potion of invulnerability though, so.
But you have a lot of recipes here. I mean, crime pays. Doesn't it?
Ironically, it does. Don't tempt us more.
I know.
Potion of invulnerability give you resistance to every single damage, but it's like
Yeah,
way
but that's
more
also gonna be
expensive.
the hardest one to make.
How long is it going to take you to learn that?
I have no idea. I guess since this is the
potion
only
of
one that
growth
makes
seems
sense.
quite useful. Growth would be a free enlarge reduce without concentration.
I mean, honestly, I think the best get out of these is the fact we can now get the healing potions for half price, the regular healing and the greater healing.
Yeah. Be great. Get ready to be in the lab with me, Ree, and we're healing on that side, spell scrolls on this side, and we're just working away.
But also, yeah, we could totally open up that pop-up shop now with potions.
So, Dupe, does the price over here indicate how much the supplies cost?
No,
Yeah,
that's
it's all
that's the price of the potion, the market price of the potion. It has nothing to do with it. It's just the
Okay.
scrolls. I mean,
Okay,
it was just a list for the
on
recipes.
rarity. Right. Okay, it's the price of supplies is based on rarity, I'm guessing.
Well, not exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, I think on average, it just usually costs half as much to make it as it is to buy it.
Yeah. So growth would be interesting.
Copy this link. So which one should I start learning? I guess if it's just me, I'm just gonna start with invulnerability. But
Take you like 2 weeks.
to study that. Ugh. Of course, it's gonna
So-
be interrupted study because I only have quarter of the time.
For learning the recipes, yeah, it would be for common recipes you can learn in a day. It'll cost you 50 gold. Uncommon recipes you'll be able to learn in 5 days, 5 work days, for 250 gold. And rare recipes it'll take you 10 work days to learn for 500 gold. And very rare is going to be 30 work days for 1000 gold.
But how many go again on the last one?
Very
very
rare. Very rare is 30 work days and 1000 gold per recipe.
Yikes.
I
Expensive.
tell you, for this very specific purpose, I'm gonna learn the sequester spell. Infinite time loop. Just for this purpose.
Time loops. Ooh.
All right.
Well, if there's the time places where we suddenly go forward 9 months, maybe there'll be ones that's like the hyperbolic time chamber. Who knows?
Yeah.
So growth is uncommon. Took 5 days for 250. If you guys are good with that, I guess I'll start with this. But my work days are gonna be very split up compared to Merv, because I wouldn't be here all the time.
Yeah. Do we want to arrange a boat then? So that Celery can work on the boat?
That'd probably be a little bit easier than, being on the cart.
Well, there's
won't be too
no.
much
Yeah,
difference.
he definitely can't do. We've done this before. I can't work on my stuff if we're traveling by foot. The cart's not big enough.
That was something
had-
that Zarud had mentioned wanting to do, seeing how much it would cost for a bigger cart.
I do have 4 additional hours per day because of trends.
Okay.
So I have half a day while you guys are sleeping.
A workday is basically 8 hours.
Yeah, so I have half a day for 4 days.
Yeah.
4 hours.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, if we want to see how much it would cost to charter a ship,
Yeah. I mean, we did want to walk so that in the periphery towns we could like ask people questions, but I don't know. I think having that time to learn.
We could also
potion
do
of
that with a
growth-
bigger cart if we bought a bigger cart.
Okay. Yeah.
you wanted to check for
Or
some
rent
supplies here at the Merchants Guild, though, right?
Yes, I want. Yeah, there. We put in the Roll20 chat things that we need. Oh, do we need to buy some spears to put the Dragonbane stuff on, or can
We
I
need
just
to
use
get poles.
sticks? Okay.
Did we already go to the shops then for the magic items?
No, we haven't done that
Not for
yet.
magic items,
Okay.
but we've done the alchemy and arcane and all that.
Good. Have we taken a long rest
Oops.
since we fought the people?
Yeah.
love
Yes.
Yes, you
long
took a
rest,
long
okay.
rest at the end of last session, and now you took another one.
Oh, are we gonna go through what we gain for the level? I mean, this is breakfast time. Seems like
yeah.
a good time to go through.
Sure, let's go. KJ, you could start.
I took Strixhaven mascot as my level 12. So right now I have a mascot which I can't summon until I buy some incense. And this mascot basically could eat through walls like nobody's business. And then I could swap spot with it. And besides that, I took Flock of Familiars and War of Force. So this is the thing I'm saying it can do. Yep, that's me.
All right. HJ?
So I've taken a 4th level in Sorcerer. So for the feat there, I've taken Lucky. So that shall hopefully help out. I've gained the cantrip Chill Touch, which has enough use. And as the spell I've gained is Earthbind, because I realised how they were dealing with Pyros flying. We would probably be in a similar situation if we were against someone who's just flying above us. And it also has use against the dragon, so there's that. And there was one last thing I wanted to check, whether I can, because I know I can swap a spell. Is this particular spell in my spell list? Yes, okay. Well, I've never used Comprehend Languages, so, you know, let's get rid of it and add in Shield, because that seems like a broken spell. So, no more Comprehend Languages, but we now have Shield. That's everything.
If I had known that, maybe I wouldn't have made the shield scrolls.
So, I haven't said anything about this, and I assume you've forgotten. Because you haven't also tried to figure it out at all. Do you remember that Frid has a thing, something going on that you never really figured out what it was, but somebody attacked you and you used your reaction to protect against
I never
it?
figured how it worked, so
Yeah.
just kind of.
Now that you know shield, it's a little deja vu.
I mean, I haven't edited it on my sheet. I mean, it's a bit metagamey. I mean, up to you. I mean, I've got things that are doubled up before, like my draconic languages. So
I mean, what I'm just saying is that you might not need shield if you have that, if you figure out what it was ever. This is like long before.
Yeah, no, that's
long before everybody else joined in on the party here.
Because comprehend languages is useful, especially if we're going. I'll leave it. I can always
Don't
get
you have,
shield
like-
at a later date, and we've got.
Don't you have like universal tongue or something as an eloquence part anyway?
Let me do a little bit of reading. I should definitely know what my class does.
There's a 6th level bard thing, eloquence bard thing, unless you're not 6th level eloquence bard.
I mean, this obviously hasn't come up in game yet, but I do have Eyes of the Runekeeper, so.
Oh yeah.
I do have that. Yes, I've got it under unfailing inspiration, but it's there that the chosen creatures can magically understand. Yeah, so why do I have that spell?
But hold on. Comprehend language is the other way around.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
you get
Yeah,
the
no, that's
subtitle.
true.
Yeah. It's the other way around. So I'm not saying that you need to keep your comprehend language. I'm just
So
saying that you maybe don't need shield if you figure out what your other thing is.
Between the two of them, you have a universal translator.
That is very much true.
Yep.
Let's just leave what I've got. I've not used it before, but I'd rather have it and not need it than need it and want it. I don't know, words.
All right. How about Paris then? What do you get on your level up?
So one of the things that I get is another Electrician Invocation. So I grabbed Misty Visions, which is basically at will silent image. I got the feat for 12th level, so I grabbed the Elemental Adept at the recommendation there. So basically, for my fire damage dealing spells, it ignores resistance, and then also any 1 on damage rolls I can treat as a 2, so a small buff in damage there. Since I got that, I no longer needed the Elemental Bane, so I swapped that for Ray of Enfeeblement. And then I also swapped out my Mystic Arcanum, so it's no longer Mass Suggestion, it's actually Investiture of Flame, which gives me actual fire immunity instead of just resistance. Has some other small benefits too, like I can send out waves of fire and stuff like that.
All right. And Howard mode.
I took the ASI to this is long overdue, finally get my intelligence up to max. And I swapped out one of my infusions for the classic but very helpful enhanced defense. I can make any suit of armor or shield +2. For one of my infusions. And if we buy a half plate for Zarud, I think it'll go.
You're breaking up a little bit here.
Oh, am I?
Yeah.
Oh. The
For Zarud, what did you say about the half plate?
Zarud, I think I'll put enhanced defense on his half plate. Yeah, half plate, yeah. And then if we figure out a system for other people, maybe maybe other people want to start wearing armor.
Well, you said you'd be giving me the fire.
Yeah, you're getting fire resist
armor. No, was that?
Yeah, you're getting fire resist armor. You have armor on right now.
Can that not also get the defense as well?
No, my infusions. Yeah, I can't.
Grr.
Yeah, sorry.
Unfortunate.
No, a single item cannot hold more than one of my infusions.
But yeah, I'm just going to remind you that you got a whole bunch of magic items that you can replicate and everything, so you don't have to force people to wear armor. Because like I'm just kind of making the point that there's a
What infusion
the like
do you
benefits of adding a slight bit of armor to someone to then be able to infuse them with something may not be as much as just being able to like create a ring or something that they can use, because if they already have some sort of thing, like Frid already has the draconic defense thing, so kind of having to put something on top of that sort of negates one of Frid's things, and you're just sort of you could, instead of like patching over something else, you can instead put something else that then like brings the whole thing up.
I can.
Is there something like Ring of Warmth?
I can do Cloak of Protection. I can do Replicate Magic Item with the Cloak of Protection. That's a +1 to AC. But I chose Enhanced Defense because it's +2, and I thought someone.
The thing is, for me personally, I don't think it's going to matter for Frid, because my AC is only 15 with my natural, and then using the fire armor it would be 14. That's still going to get hit by a dragon. I find it very unlikely that a dragon's going to be missing more than the one odd natural 2 or something. So
then, in that case, do you want to have Mind Sharpener and then I'll take the fire resistant armor?
How do I have fire resistance then?
Potion.
Absorb element?
Sure.
And
Sure.
absorb element. Do you use your reactions a lot?
Currently I haven't been using them. I've got the time stone, which is quite important to be able to have, but that's only one reaction. But other than that, I'm not using, nothing of mine has a reaction, so
okay, then
then that I know of.
Then you could maybe rely on the absorb elements and like the fire potion if we can get it.
Mhm.
And then I can take the fire resistant armor, and you can take the mind sharpener rope so you don't lose concentration.
Sure.
And then your AC can be 15.
Woo!
Woohoo!
I mean, you are putting a lot of stock into trying to figure out how to stay protected from the fire rather than just protected from all the other things that the dragon does. But anyways,
Zarud's getting enhanced defense.
anyways, let's get on with it. What are you doing? The day has started.
Go buy magic items.
Check
Where?
and see what they have at the Merchant's Guild, I guess, since we are actually right by them.
Mm-hmm. You are?
So check and see what they've got in stock at the Merchant's Guild.
I also want to
Yeah.
buy incense to summon my familiar, which should be pretty cheap. Yeah.
Yes. What things are you looking for from the Merchants Guild?
So there was the incense, I guess. Would it be better to try to get the spear shafts and the half plate just from like the blacksmith or like the
Probably.
weapons merchant?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
sure.
assuming so. From the
Which
I-
I believe that specific one was actually in the Cathedral District, based on what we learned before.
Was he? I don't remember.
the weaponsmith.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
By the way, there is a weaponsmith in the Cathedral District. By the way, this is day one, or you have spent one day with the poisons.
Yep.
Keep that in mind.
I think we should just look for the magic item and then make our way out already.
Yeah, I'm looking for something that raises AC that works in complementation to my thing. So, like a ring that just boosts AC.
Braces
one.
of defense.
Ring of
Yeah.
We
protection.
do braces
Or-
of defense.
A cloak of
something,
protection.
yeah, something like that. Or something that has a reaction, so I can use more action economy.
Yep. You're gonna have to be more specific than that.
I haven't looked
Then
through all the magic
something.
items.
Cloak of protection does what you're asking.
I think that's the most common one, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm typing something that matches what you say, and then you could just see there are these. There is a tattoo as well. I think it's called absorbing tattoo. Wait.
And I sent people with a shopping list because I'm, again, at the inn working on my scrolls. If you can find bracers of archery for a reasonable price. I don't need them because my attack currently is plus 10.
And you
but
have
we could,
swap weapons.
Are you using a crossbow or a longbow?
I'm using a crossbow. If we get bracers of archery, you'd have to buy a longbow so I can use it. It would raise my attack even more. But yes, that is my request. Oh, and also I think sending stones would be helpful, but I'm not sure. I'll leave that to you.
I mean, I don't know how useful the stones would be at this point, because, like, basically, as you know, I already have with Frid. But if you put your name in my book, then I can write in it to send to you.
Okay. All right, then that's right. We have talked about this before, so forget the sending stones. They'll be overpriced.
So, they They have, let's see. Those, they have... Okay. Laughing at the rolls here. They do have... Oh no. Oh no. They do have braces of defense. And they do have a cube of force in here.
Wow.
Yep,
Like
they do have both of them, but I'm sorry to tell you that you probably won't be able to afford either one.
Oh, nice.
The asking price for the brace. Let's start with the asking price for the cube of force. They are asking for 56,000 gold.
56. Wow.
56. I think if you sold one of your party members, you could maybe get it.
If we were naked before them, having given them everything, we might get away with it.
Maybe. The braces of defense, the asking price, they are asking for 21,000 gold pieces for one.
What?
They're a rare item.
Yeah.
And as I said, they jack up the prices here in the guild.
Ugh.
You might be able to try and push it down from that, but I would not.
Probably not enough.
I would not bet on a 50% discount.
How many people are looking at us?
There's plenty of people around. The city is still under martial law, so there's also a fair amount of guards around.
I mean, if we can't find it at the guild, can't we just go into the merchant district to just look at the shops there? Maybe they're more reasonably priced compared to the guild.
I mean, magic items are going to be pretty rare. This is basically the place of where, like, you go to find stuff you don't expect to see in a normal shop.
Well, we haven't looked in a normal shop though.
True.
Yeah.
I think we did ask people beforehand, they're like, where to get magic items, and everyone said the Merchant's Guild.
Hmm. That's true.
So, Mervyn, where are you working?
In my room.
Just your
In,
room.
in the bedroom.
Okay.
At the inn.
Okay.
Alright, so we need to get the armor and, like, spear shafts, preferably. So, I mean, we could either try the actual, like, weapons merchant in the Cathedral District, or they might even have to, like, the shafts at the regular blacksmith places, like, where they make, like, gardening tools and stuff. But obviously those are in two different areas.
So you could look around the merchants district, because that is something you haven't really done.
Yeah, true.
You could like spend a couple of hours going around looking at what the district is all about.
Yeah,
Might I
let's
suggest
find
if you're
it.
gonna do that, maybe have someone split off and go to the blacksmith?
I'm probably just
You can't
gonna
suggest
look
anything
for
from
my-
your room.
I'm sorry.
I'm probably just gonna look for my incense, and then I'm gonna go back as well, and then I'll start reading up on the potion of course.
Yeah, I mean the instance you can get practically
I'm
for
gonna
free.
get-
You get it for free
Okay.
for here because
Great.
it'll be tacked on as taxes to some other thing you buy.
Alright. Yeah, I guess we can go window shopping around the Merchant's District, see if they have what we need.
So I'm back with Murph inside the inn.
Are you joining Mervyn in the same room?
Yeah. We have separate rooms, then I guess we'll be in separate rooms, and I'll just be reading.
Starting the potion learning.
We usually get like just 2 rooms for the 5 of us.
You probably have like separate rooms here, sure. But okay, so you're going to be learning the recipe for the, what was it?
Growth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. the rest of the group, what are you exactly doing in the merchants district? You're just walking around, looking around, or talking, asking people questions, looking suspicious?
That last one, yes.
Casting disguise self.
Yeah,
I
out in the open.
basically, my idea was just basically looking around the shop, seeing if any of them had the things we were looking for.
Hmm.
Since there's not really like any one specific place we could go for all the things we want.
Hmm. So, you spend a little bit of time adventuring in the district, and you quickly realize that the name Merchants District is not actually like indicative of this being a district full of merchants. It's just a name for the place. The district is mostly like residential. It is it's in that sense very similar to the Stonehall district where the Adventurers Guild is. The main difference being that this is maybe just like this one has more of a difference. Like you have houses of wealthy merchants, maybe so some wealthier people in here, but you also have the houses of some pretty poor people. So it's kind of a mixed bag of nice and less nice areas here. And yeah, you find that it's mostly going to be a lot of like mundane stuff around here. Not really too much, but they do tell you, you hear a rumor about some strange shop that is supposedly around the university, which is in the over here west of the hill. So there's apparently some sort of secret shop of secrets over there.
Wow, I suppose we have to go to the secret shop now, don't we? It's only natural.
Certainly
Is the
sounds interesting.
Is the secret shop one of the X's on the old terrible map?
I believe you have the terrible map in your inventory, so you can look. I will not say anything about whether any X is anywhere.
Yeah, no, the X basically looks like it's right on the other side of the wall from where the Merchants Guild is.
So, what do you do with this information?
We go there. Or at least I do.
Yeah, might as well check it out.
All right. So you spend some time in the area. How are you looking for this shop there? When you arrive there, you don't immediately see like weird shop with a big sign or anything.
Ask around, I suppose. We were told there's an interesting shop here with some unusual goods. Would you happen to know where it is?
All right. Give me a persuasion check.
Persuasion. Let's see. How badly did I do? Yeah, not my best roll.
And also,
It's literally a 19.
and also, insight.
Insight.
Yeah.
That one, it's not as good. Well, that's pretty good for me.
Hold on, what is this? This one is. There we go. Yeah, so you ask around. People, a lot of them don't seem to know what this is all about, but then somebody tells you, sort of just says, I don't know, but there's a strange alley over there, maybe over there.
Well, does the strange alley seem dangerous? Can I insight check that, or is that what I already have insight checked?
So you don't think this person is trying to get you killed?
That's good enough for me.
The alley itself looks... I don't know. I mean, I'll leave that to your imagination, if it looks dangerous or not.
I bet the three of you are a nice, intimidating-looking bunch without your wispy little elven friends with you.
You know what? Yeah, let's. I say we march on into the alleyway. We don't think we're going to be killed. Let's hope we're not robbed. You know, we're meant to be fighting a dragon. I'm sure we can deal with some riffraff if we come into some riffraff.
Right.
I mean, when have you ever run into any sort of like trouble in a little alley? You, yeah, you basically make your way over to this alley, which ends up in the cliff. So, hold on, you're basically right there. And you look down the place, and you don't see anyone around there. You don't see anything either. There's buildings on both sides, of course. But curiously enough, you don't see any doors on any of them.
And the like cliff or mountain or wall, whatever, does that look normal?
Yes, it looks normal.
No hidden doors.
I mean, maybe hidden doors. Who knows? That's why they are hidden.
That's certainly true.
Nothing. No open hidden doors.
I'm going to give bardic inspiration to which one of you two has the better perception? Do we think?
Well, this would probably be more like investigation than
Wow.
perception.
I guess. Which one of you feels confident that you could find a door? Because I know it's not my strong suit.
Well, I think it's me, you, and Zarud. So,
Zarud's sleeping.
Okay.
yeah. So it's me and you.
You. Okay, I'll give it to you then, Pyro.
Sure.
One bardic inspiration.
Check around for any hidden doors.
And if I can provide the help action, I would like to.
You can help, yes. Now let me ask you, what are you looking for? Like, what are you checking here?
I'll probably be like feeling along the walls, see if there's like any, like if a brick is actually a button or something like that.
The walls are the house walls are wooden. Are you so are you focusing on the house walls or the cliff face?
Well, the walls being wooden, probably more the cliff face then.
Okay. Roll your rolls.
Alright, so that's the first one, but if he's helping, then it's that. Awesome. How much is
Add a
your...
D8.
Great.
Oh, God.
So you're just sort of poking around the cliff face there, just knocking at it and just trying to like listen in. And at one point, you hear somebody just shout out from like the entrance to the alley, shout at you saying, "What are you doing?"
We're here for the shop. I'll call back.
it's a dwarf. A dwarf is walking up to you and just sort of just says, "What shop are you looking for over here?"
We were told there's a weird shop that sells weird, unique items.
Oh, interesting. Can I join you?
Looking for a shop?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, where is it supposed to be?
We were told it's somewhere down this alley.
Aha. The dwarf kind of
But
looks
I
around.
can't see a shop. Can you?
No. Is it a hidden door in the cliff here?
Maybe.
Ah, see, we dwarves, we are excellent at finding hidden doors in stone. Let me have a crack at it. And,
By all
the,
means.
the dwarf
You really
just
want
sort
us
of
to find it.
the dwarf just sort of jumps at the cliff and just starts kind of looking around. And you do you help or do you just watch? You feel like you wouldn't be able to help too much. Like you feel like you would be in the way.
Then in that case, I won't help. I'll just patiently watch see if he can do it.
Yeah, just supervise.
Yep. So the dwarf just sort of goes through the whole cliff face here in the alley for a while, and then turns to you and says, "Nope, no hidden doors here. Are you sure this was the right alley?"
Someone pointed down this alley and said that we should go down here.
Huh. Weird. Was it that hawk fellow? He's always telling lies around here.
What
Have
does
you
that
heard
hawk
anything
fella
about the
look
shop?
Like? The dwarf first describes this person, and it's not the one who told you about this place. And says, "No, I haven't heard anything about any secret shops. Are you sure it's the cliff face? Maybe it's in a house."
Maybe.
It very well could be. Just seemed harder to hide the door that way, but I'm not really an expert on these things.
Maybe we should just knock on the walls.
Yeah, let's try that. And then as loudly as the dwarf bangs on the walls, I'm going to do the same. So if he's breaking down the walls, I want to be doing that.
Nobody's breaking down walls, but so you're just banging on the walls here randomly then.
Hi, Bennett.
Okay, that's not going to be an investigation check then. Okay, so you go around banging on the walls for a while. After some time, there's so down on like street level, there's no windows or anything in here. But up above on the like second story of the buildings there are windows, and at the end of the alleyway there's a window that opens up, and you see sort of a shadowy figure there in the window shout out like, "What are you doing down there? What's this racket?"
We're looking for a shop.
What shop?
There's meant to be an unusual shop here that sells unusual goods.
The voice just shouts out and says, "Are you looking for zippers?"
Yes.
Well, why didn't you say so right away? Come on in.
It's our first time. Where's the door?
There's no door. Come on in. The
Y'all have wasted one of our 3 prep days.
I guess we have to climb up to the window? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, the person disappears from the window for a second, and then a grappling hook flies out of there and there's a rope up to the window.
All right.
We'll climb it. We've committed this much.
Oh my god.
The dwarf joins you as well as invited, and yeah, you end up in this house on the second floor, in a pretty big room actually, surprisingly big around here, that is just full of all sorts of random stuff. And in the middle of it, you see there's this person who was talking to you is an old tiefling, and he just says, "Welcome to Siphos's shop of curios. How may I assist you?"
I'm gonna say, well, I'm looking for some kind of magical items that will help make me more resilient to damage. If you have anything along those lines.
Oh, magical items. Yes, we got a lot of them around here. That's for you. How about you then? Points at Pyros.
Well, we've been kind of just trying to find some bits and odds and ends, but we heard about your shop while we were looking around, so wanted to take a look. Yeah, otherwise we're just looking for several random magical items. Yeah, basically that's probably all we'd really be looking for from you here today, if you have some what you have for display as far as magical items are concerned.
Well, you're in luck because I have an assortment of various magical items here. Then Siphos asks the dwarf, "How about you, the dwarf?" Then, and the dwarf says, "Well, yeah, we could maybe use some magical items as well. Sure."
I like how the dwarf is just...
He came along for the adventure.
And Siphos shows you around. Maybe it's a royal we.
Well, I said he, but yeah.
Siphos shows you around, and there's a list of stuff that you see for a more reasonable price for these things.
Ooh, he has a legendary item. Wow.
Cubic gate, and that's not even his most expensive item.
What's funny is he has a half plate of of resistance to fire. So.
Oh my gosh. You're right, a half plate armor resistance to fire.
Finally.
Then it wouldn't even need your infusion for the fire.
You can put it on someone else.
I mean, it would be good for this fight, but then after,
Right.
not.
Whoa, is that a? I have to wonder if that's a typo. The Mace of Warning is more expensive than the Cubic
That's
Gate.
what I was saying.
Wait, even the flail of warning, it's that expensive.
Unless he just really likes the fact that it like makes noise.
Wow.
Siphos insists that none of the price tags are typos.
Okay.
Do you at all talk about why you are buying these things?
Yeah, I guess we can mention the fact that we're trying to prepare for getting ready to fight a red dragon.
Siphos says, "Oh, in that case, yes, this I have this armor that resists fire. It is good, very good. Dragons, especially if red ones, they breathe fire. It hurts. You should get this. I can knock off 750 out of it.
Understood.
For the glory of the Empire, of course. You understand.
Absolutely.
Now
just
I'm
gonna
going
note
to
that
just.
it'll be useful for this fight and not most others.
I'm going to strike up a conversation with this guy about the Mace of Warning. Why has he got it so high? Because I've seen other items of Warning before, and none of those merchants were selling them that high. So, what makes this one so special?
Sifo says, well, it's one of the most powerful magical effects you could have. Have you not heard?
Maybe I'm misremembering it. If you give me a reminder of what it does.
It is an effect that would allow you to fight a god. It is beyond comprehension.
Oh, really? And you just have 2 of them in your store.
Oh, yes.
How did you acquire those then?
Oh, trade.
Well, if we ever go up against any gods, then I'm sure we'll come by here first. To make sure we're well equipped.
Sifo says, well, you just think about it. If you are sleeping and somebody comes up to you, they can just kill you. And that's it. That's the end of it. If you have one of these, they can't kill you.
Huh. I never thought of it like that. You're very right.
Am I able to see what patches are on the robe?
Which robe?
The robe of useful items.
Ah.
Oh, I guess it just okay. On the description of the item now, I see it says it has 2 of each of the 6.
Yeah, it also has random patches.
Yeah.
Hold on. It has... I gotta bring this up. No! Bring this table up here. There we go. What it has is... There's 8 potions of healing. There's a rowboat. There's a horse. There's a window. And there's 10 gems.
Because that is something that could be very useful, but it's also,
Yeah.
not cheap.
The horse, I think, is not the most useful because we can just buy a horse. And I really wish it was an iron door instead of a window, because that would be more practical based on what we use.
But a window, you could look through anything, you know? Once you can look
Yeah.
through, we could teleport in.
I mean, I'm not sure if that's how windows work. Where you can
Why
just
can't
put
you
it
look through a
anywhere.
window?
When you can just put it anywhere and you can see through whatever's behind it. That's not really quite how it works.
I think that's what it's basically trying to say in the description of it. It says you can place it on any vertical surface you can reach, but
Mm-hmm.
it's hard to tell.
So what it does is you can place a window somewhere. It doesn't say that the window is magical in the sense that it will like replace whatever you're putting it in. You can just put it on
portable
any vertical
window.
surface. Yeah.
It's just a glass
Yeah.
pane essentially in a small magic down into a small pocket.
Yeah. I mean, it's just the same as like you have a rowboat in there. It's just a normal rowboat. It's not magical in itself.
Right.
That's sort of what the robe of useful items is all about.
Yeah. But hey, it has 10-foot poles, so we could use that for the spears. For 8,000 gold.
The dwarf asks Sifos if he could have the half plate of armor of resistance. And Sifos just asks the dwarf what for. Is the dwarf as well going to fight a dragon? The dwarf says that his people might have to fight some sort of dragons or some others.
I'll ask why. And why are you here alone if that's the case?
Well, I was just passing by and saw you doing weird stuff in an alley.
Fair enough. And you would
I
take
live
it back
here.
Where? So when you say your people, do you mean the dwarves of Stoneholm, or do you mean the Empire?
No. We are something you could call a resistance group.
Oh.
Resistance of against who?
The Empire.
Aha.
So adequate time to ask if he's wearing red.
Yep, there's a red scarf on the dwarf. Sifos says, you're a friend of the cause. Ah, I see. How about you people?
Well, I'm sure you'll hear some big news in the coming weeks, and but let's just say we help the right people.
Sifos says, well, who are the right people? Who are those?
Of course, the cause, yeah.
What cause?
The resistance.
Oh, okay. Oh, so you're all together. I see. I thought you
Not
were
together.
of different groups.
We weren't together, but we do support the cause, yes.
The dwarf is looking at you and sort of suspiciously. Give me a bluff check. Deception.
Deception check.
Yeah.
Let's hope I can make this. Oh, where's deception? There's deception. Only a 21.
Damn.
The dwarf looks at you a little and says, "Okay, you work for the Reds as well, then? Is that so?"
Yes, but we don't do so openly.
Aha. Okay.
There's only
what
so
kind
much
of work?
you can do whilst sporting the colours.
What kind of work do you do?
Well, it's intelligence based, you know. We find out information in ways that members who wear red can't.
Interesting. You were just saying moments ago that you were going to go and fight a dragon. How is that helping?
Well, that's a mission from the Empire. We do favors for them as long as it doesn't negatively affect the cause, and then they trust us more and give us more knowledge.
The dwarf seems awfully suspicious about you right now and just says, yeah, I don't think that's how it works.
This dragon is currently attacking farms up near the northern half of the continent, so that is obviously hurting the little people.
When you say little people, are you talking about...
I apologize, I did not mean short, no.
We mean all the people downtrodden by the Empire.
Yeah.
Who were brought into the war and suffered its consequences.
And how do you know that this dragon is not an ally of the Reds?
Because it's killing farmers.
Well, some of the farmers are whites as well. It's not that cut and dry.
Well, I suppose we'll have to find that out when we get there.
Yes, we'll ask if it's targeting only specific farms or if it's attacking everyone.
Alright. Alright. Well, Sifos, I'm gonna buy this armor off you anyway before they do, okay? And Sifos just looks and says, yes, well, you do sound more trustworthy about this thing, so I'll give it to you for 4,000. And the dwarf says, sure, keep it ready for me, and I'll come back with the money.
Does Frid normally fight with his hands full?
How many hands does it take to use a musical instrument as a focus?
One.
Basically, I was just
One.
looking at
I
that.
fight with one hand.
I was looking at Wand of the War Mage. I don't know if that'd be something you'd be interested in.
I have not looked at it. Where is it? Wand, the War Mage. Let's look.
+1 to attack rolls and ignore half cover.
I don't do many attack rolls, honestly, so I don't think it's massively great for me.
It's probably more useful
What I will
for your
ask
Eldritch
to
Blast.
buy is a little something. Actually, yeah, no, that is true. I would like to buy the Scroll of Vicious Mockery. Because you never know, it might be useful.
Yeah, I suppose the War Mage might actually be useful for me now that
If
I'm
we can
thinking about
barter it down a bit, because that's 3 different attack rolls you make with it, so it's +3 damage.
It ignores the
Just attack.
what is it? Cover. It ignores half cover.
Yeah.
Ah, but it's a
So you could
+1.
shoot through
so-
allies. You could
Right.
shoot through allies in that way.
True.
So you get a +1 to your all 3 of your attack rolls.
Yeah.
I'd say get it, because
Okay.
once you use up your... How many spell slots do you have?
3.
3 spell slots. You're mainly shooting out Eldritch Blasts, and having a +1 to all 3 of those is quite useful, I'd say.
Sure. Can take a look at that then. So yeah, let's see this. Yeah, so be interested in trying to take that wand off your hands.
Have you also told about the scroll? That you want the scroll?
Yeah, I'll say I would like to buy the scroll as well.
Sifo says, all right, well, that'll be 1,220 gold pieces. Thank you.
All right. Well, let's see. I think that we are going to be probably coming back here to see what you have in the future, because you do have quite a lot of interesting items and seem a bit more reliable than the Merchants Guild out front. So in the interest of future partnership, how about we do the both of those together for 1,000?
Sifos looks at you and says, I'm sorry, I don't quite understand your argument here. Perhaps you would like to invest in the shop by paying 1,300.
He does not like us.
Yeah, no, apparently.
Likes us and gives us stuff.
I mean,
Let's
no, it's not disliking. It's just Sifos actually just like read that argument as, yeah, you want to come here again, you want to invest in the shop, so you want to put some extra money in there.
How do we refute that?
How about
Yeah.
Because I can't
Obviously-
think of a way. That
obviously
logically
you
makes sense.
are a collector of oddities and unique and rare goods. How about when we go and slay this dragon, we bring you back one of its scales for a discount on these items?
Ooh.
That does sound more interesting. Sure, yes. You promised to bring me one of those scales free of charge, and you'll get these for 1,100, both.
Sorry, you cut out for me. If we bring back what for him?
One of the dragon scales.
One dragon scale.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's perfectly fine.
Yeah, I think we can arrange that.
Excellent,
can-
excellent. Here's the wand, and here's the scroll.
Alrighty.
Have fun.
We shall. And whilst we've got you here, also, Dupe, is he wearing red?
No.
The dwarf is gone, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Or is the dwarf still in the store?
They're gone, yeah.
Yeah. He hasn't shown. Is he wearing any white by chance?
No.
The storekeeper.
No.
I'm gonna say, just wanna hear you say it. You are a member of the cause, right? The rebellion, yes?
The Sifos says, I'm a member of whoever pays me more.
Right. Okay.
I don't look at your colors. Red, white, it's gold all to me.
I suppose that's very true. At the end of the day, we've all got to make a living. That's no different for a trader like yourself. Pleasure doing business with you. We'll bring you that scale back once we've slain the dragon.
Excellent. Now, if you don't mind, come over here for a bit.
Insight check?
Sure.
And where is he saying to come?
To him.
Close. Oh. We're gonna get arrested.
He has his hand out like, you don't know what's going on. Well, no idea.
Oh, I don't like this, but fine.
Sifil says, give me your hand.
What does he have on him? Does he have like any weapons or any pouches? On
No,
him?
no weapons, no.
Why not? He doesn't. Oh, let's just do it. I'll give him my hand.
He takes your hand from like the back of it and brings your palm up, and then takes his he has a fairly long nail on his finger there, and he like draws some symbol on your palm. Nothing visible or anything. It just sort of traces a symbol on there. And then just says, there, it's done. The pact is set. I hope to see you again.
The pact, I'll ask.
Circle, circle, dot, dot.
Yes, the pact that you would bring me this scale of the dragon.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Glad. I didn't think we'd need a pact for that, but I'm happy to oblige with that.
You can never be too sure these days.
Mm-hmm.
In the pact that you set, is there a time limit?
Oh yes, 2 weeks.
Well, that's a coincidence. We've happened to plan on defeating it before then.
Ah, that is very good.
Yes.
Looking forward to seeing you. Bye bye.
Goodbye.
I guess we go back out the window.
Who knows what happens if we don't complete this now?
As you climb down, Siphos then takes up the rope back up. It closes the window.
Can we go to a weaponsmith and get those handles?
Sure. Yeah. You can. If you go to the one in the Cathedral District, then you'll want to maybe just kind of start dragging your feet back towards the inn after that.
Is there nothing closer?
I mean, as far as you know, there's no weaponsmiths closer, no?
Yeah, there's the like
Darn.
regular blacksmiths and tool people that are like down by the docks, but I don't even know if that would really be closer.
Okay, let's just go to the weaponsmith in the castle district. The cathedral district, even cathedral.
Sure.
Gosh, this is gonna be a lot of
They
walking.
might have the armor there too.
Yeah.
Sure. You are there at the weaponsmith.
I'd like to purchase 2 poles to attach, on which we can attach spearheads. I say.
Did somebody deduct the 1,100 gold?
I hadn't.
I have not. No.
While you're doing that, you can also
Are you doing
make
that
it
now?
one. Who's doing it?
Fun.
I can go ahead and do
Are you
it.
doing
If,
it, Parv?
I can go ahead and do it if no one had already started. So 1,100.
And then also deduct 2 gold pieces.
2. Okay. Got it.
Expensive wooden poles, I'm not sure.
And then
Is there
we
anything
also
else you want to buy?
See if he has the armor here. It was what, half plate?
Yep. You can buy some half plate. That would be. Excuse me. That would be 750 gold pieces.
Oof. Okay, got that.
It is one of the more expensive pieces of armor that you can have.
If I remember right, full plate's like 2,000.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Was there anything else we needed to try to get last? I think everything else was magic items, which we've already basically exhausted. Or except other than like trying to see if the alchemist outside the city had the fire resistance potions, but I don't know if we want to.
You could
I mean,
make a trip around there.
Whilst we're in the weaponsmith, we might as well ask. We've heard that the Academy of Alchemical Arts is currently closed. Do you know of anywhere else that would sell potions, particularly fire resistance potions?
They do not know. No.
Okay, worth a shot.
Alright. Well, if we have time, then yeah, let's go ahead and try to check with the old elven
I'm good.
alchemist.
Okay. You won't have time for much else after that, though.
Yeah.
You arrive over at the herbalist. Hold on. Did I ever... Did I ever give you a name for that? I don't think so. I'm not talking about the herbalist. I'm talking about you walk to the herbalist, and over at the farmhouses in the distance, you see a familiar person.
No.
You had mentioned the family name, but I don't remember what it was. I didn't write it down.
You see the peasant who was who fought you with Maul, who you left this person you left alive and stole their map after you killed Maul. They have not spotted you.
Turn around. I don't want to deal with this.
Don't want to try to just slip by them?
They're part of the adventuring guild as well. It's just, you know.
How are they part of the Adventurers Guild?
Well, Maul was part of an adventuring guild.
Maul was a retired adventurer.
Do they lose their membership then?
Retired adventurer.
Okay, sure.
as in not an adventurer anymore, and this other person, you don't know anything about them other than that they are apparently a farmer around here, so.
Oh, let's just go then. Fine, we can slip by him.
Alright, give me some stealth checks.
Stealth is...
That was a good roll. Finally.
Yeah. Prepare to have it negated. Or not.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
I'm
All
so
right.
stealthy I don't even notice myself.
You make it safely to the herbalist hut, and you do knock on the door. It's a little late in the day.
Yeah.
Not like evening yet, but yeah, late afternoon, early evening. You knock on the door. No answer.
So it's like late afternoon, you said. Okay.
Funeral procession goes by.
Well, I do remember that when we came back from the forest, he wasn't outside like he was the first time we showed up. Try the door, I guess.
That is how people live their life. They will always be at the same point, at the same hour of day.
Right.
The door is locked.
Well, either he is not home or he is not here anymore.
There's some windows if you want to try to peek in.
Sure, why not?
Mhm.
We can probably think of many reasons why not, but yeah. Let's do it anyway.
Yeah, the place seems empty. It seems, in fact, abandoned. Does not look like anyone is actively living there. There's a lot of stuff around there, but there's also like cobwebs and stuff.
Is there a back door? Can we look for a back door?
Yep, you can look for a back door, and there is a back door.
Is there any houses or places watching us from the back door?
No, because it is as is on the map. It's
Yeah,
just
okay.
a lone house there in the
Then-
middle.
I'd like to try and open the back door.
Magical trap kills you. Why didn't you check for traps? No. It opens.
Okay. I check the inside of the room for traps. The door's not trapped, but maybe the room is.
You don't see any traps.
I don't need to roll anything, but
You don't see any traps.
okay. What do we think? Do we detect magic and then check for any magical things around, or
Do you
There
potions
There
show
might
up
be
on detect
labels on
magic?
things.
pun?
I was
Might be labels.
saying, yeah, do potions show up with detect magic?
I think they're magic items, so they should.
Think
They'll have labels. Maybe.
detect magic. I think they are just like they're just normal magic items. Yeah.
If you have detect magic, you can do that. I'll remind you, it's divination, and we know that divination is the most affected by the spell plague. So,
I do not.
well,
I
I'm
have
not going to
identified.
cast it. So,
Yeah.
that
I
is
have
unfortunate.
I have identify. I do not have detect magic.
Maybe I'm gimping myself by not using a bunch of my kit because of the fear of repercussions, but it seems quite undesirable to do so. So I guess we're just going to look around.
Okay, what are you looking around
breaking
for?
And entering
Yep.
potions.
Because
see what they're
that
labeled.
breaking and entering worked so well for you last time.
I mean, we did get some stuff out of it.
Yeah, you got a bunch of recipes. Yeah. You're right. It
We
was
got the
good.
opportunity to be blackmailed.
Yeah. You're right. Crime does pay, but not this time. Unfortunately, the building doesn't seem to have anything interesting in it. You see some like old dried up herbs here and there, but no like potions or anything.
Are there any books, writings, notes, diaries about where the herbalist might have gone?
No.
Or what happened to them?
He has either moved on or moved on. So we should get a move on.
Hey, you never know. We might find something valuable here, or unconventionally valuable.
You do not.
Onwards then, back home.
All right. Do you just go through the forest?
Sure.
Probably take less time.
Yep.
Yeah.
Zoom. You fly your way back to the inn. That is 2 days.
So yeah, say all the things that we actually got, all the things that we did not get, and apparently we're just not going to be able to find them here right now.
So-
We
sorry,
never do.
sorry, I forget. Did you go to the blacksmith?
Yes.
Okay, so you got the half plate for Zarud and the poles.
Yep.
Okay, and then
But did not attach the attach the
we have
spearheads
we
to
have
them
not
yet.
attached the Dragonbane. Absorb elements. Knocked out. I made 4 of them.
Would I get 1 day of progress on the growth as well?
Yes. You get a day of recipe progress.
And that is another 50 off the cart.
So if we're gonna go by foot, then we can leave tomorrow, I guess. Unless we wanted to try and check for prices on a ship.
I need another full day of making spell scrolls.
Okay.
Do you need it right now? Or can you have a day of making spell scrolls down the line somewhere on the way?
Oh,
I mean, you could stay inside
I guess.
the what is it that Pyros has? The lamp?
Oh.
Technically, but I'd have to stay there with them. With him.
Which would work, but
Yeah. Do we want to do that?
it depends.
Yep.
I say this: we first go look for what mode of transportation, and if we can't do that, then we just go today, and you guys stay in the lamp. Any objections? Looking for transport, no transport. We go on foot. If we find transport, we'll take that as appropriate.
Okay. We have failed in finding fire resistance potions.
Yep.
How do we want to deal with that? Do we just want to...
Make sure all those that with fire resistance climb up as 4 and the one without climb up as a 1. So they will always do the fire breath on the 4.
Excellent idea.
We could go back to Hamlet to get the recipe if we want to do that, but
Oh, buy the recipe off of Hamlet?
yeah, because
We'd still have to learn the recipe.
Yeah, Celery doesn't have the time to learn it and then make
Right.
them.
Or we
It's
could have
5
them make it, but
days.
they said that they were gonna. Hamlet said he was gonna charge extra because obviously he's working on the Arcanium now.
Yeah, and also it'll take him time.
We might find a traveling merchant on the way. Who knows? Also, it might not be that big of a different. It might not be that important.
Do we want to get I have an idea. Do we want to get that protection from energy scroll?
It's one fight. We can probably live without it.
Okay,
Right.
that's fine. Alright. That is perfectly fine. I will... Alright, struck out on that. Struck out on that. Struck out on that. Okay, so the things that I still need to do are make... I wanted to make heroism scrolls. I wanted to make vortex warp scrolls, and I wanted to make, and I need to make the Dragonbane weapons, unless someone else wants to handle that. And I also wanted to forge our old adventure guild papers, but that can be done at another time.
I mean, I think you should get a very high functioning wagon so that you're stable when doing those.
Okay.
Question, dude. Did we not have to hand in Fluffy when we got kicked out of the guild?
No. Do you want to have had to turn in Fluffy?
No, but I could understand the reasoning if that was the choice.
Why are you asking questions that you don't want answered?
For whatever reason, the guild here doesn't know about Fluffy.
They didn't know about our quest either, so...
Yep.
Okay.
So yeah, I'd like to go look for transport, either a boat or a wagon that we can either rent or buy or be taken on.
Dupe, I have a question.
Mhm.
A bigger wagon. Does a bigger wagon mean that I can be on the back of it and work?
I mean, it depends on the work. If you're scribing scrolls, then yeah, if you have like a good big carriage and you have enough horses drawing it, then yeah, you could.
Bump into a rock and your scribing just ends up off the page.
Yep. So it would be less it would be less good as just sitting around in a room.
Yeah, I
And
think
it would be less good if you were trying to like concoct potions back there or something.
Yeah, I think lantern or boat. Because, I mean, if Celery wants to also continue learning potion stuff, I don't.
I'm just
think-
reading, right?
I guess at this stage you're just reading, yeah.
Yeah.
If that's the case, then I say we just go and leave, make our way now. You guys go together as a free inside the lantern.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd just be Zarud and I. And if we need you, we can shout because you can hear inside.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would work.
Unless I'm forgetting something important.
Oh, let me change out my spells.
How long can we stay inside at any time?
8 hours.
Wow, that's long.
Double proficiency bonus, so 8 hours, and then I have to take a long rest before we can go back in it. So it works out for this.
So do you want to seek out any vehicles or anything?
No.
Buy horses, buy a carriage, or hire a boat? Or buy a
Are you
boat?
going to leave it? Hey, here's a thought, guys. How about we just skip continent? The Empire doesn't like us. The Dwarves don't like us. Let's go find somewhere else to live.
Basically, I'm just putting the
Let's go live with
relevant
Gamem.
spot into there.
I mean, the market price for a rowboat is 50 gold.
You actually need
for
to row it.
Yeah.
Oh, but also the storm would kill us immediately.
Yeah, probably yes. A keel boat is 3,000 gold pieces. A long ship, 10,000 gold pieces. And a sailing ship is also 10,000 gold pieces. So, you know, that's manageable. A warship
Where
would
do
cost you
we-
25,000.
That's
When
not
we
even
get-
that expensive.
When we get the Dragon's Horde, we'll go in on a boat together.
Yeah, how are we transporting all the loot back is another question.
Ooh. How much can the box of holding fit?
That's a good point. I mean, it's only a juvenile dragon, so it probably doesn't have that big a horde. But
Yeah, I think if we stuff as much as we can in the box of holding, and then
let's hope for the best. Yeah.
hope for the
Can we
best,
also
yeah.
put stuff inside your lantern?
Yeah, we kind of had that conversation. Basically,
Mm-hmm.
a person goes in with what they are carrying, and you can leave stuff in there. And if the lantern breaks and everything appears outside,
But you can only do that once a day. You can't like
Yep.
go in and out, so you can't like put a bunch of stuff in there.
yeah. So I'm able to pull up to 5 people in? Yeah, up to 5 people in. So like 5 armfuls of stuff per day.
The potion. Okay, actually, now I'm gonna think. Potion of fire resistance. What rarity is that? And, like, if we now have like all of our travel time for Celery to work on this, could he? like learn it and make it?
I technically have 12 hours per day.
But
Because I-
You
I-
still do have
it's
you still have 8 hours of work. Your workday is still the same, whether you trans or not. It would
was
still
not
take you it would still take you the same 5 days to learn that recipe as well.
And it was going to take
5
5
days
days
to
to get
learn.
there.
It's uncommon.
Also, an important thing to make note of is we don't have the actual ingredients for the spells for the scrolls.
Yeah, and after learning it, I still need time to make it, right? I'm not sure how long it takes to make it.
Uncommon potions is going to take you 3 days per potion.
I say we
And
just
how-
go and then we'll figure it out when it happens.
Do we know what the ingredients are right now?
I think it's just going to be a matter of like gold cost.
Well, why don't we just buy the ingredients right now just to have them, and then Celery can.
But you don't have the recipe, so you don't know what the ingredients are.
We don't have the recipes.
Oh,
We'd have to go to
should I
him, like buy the
buy-
recipe from him, and then go and get the ingredients and then leave.
It's like very expensive for just one potion of fire resistance.
We
Right.
might also be able to buy it in Lynn. Is another thing we've got to
It's
be
possible.
aware of.
Okay, let's just head out then.
So,
You
yeah,
are going
let's-
into another city, which is something that I've been like, when are they going to realize this?
Bye. All right, let's go.
So you're just heading out, walking as usual.
Right, but I guess the idea is going to be to have Celery, Pyros, and Mervin inside the lantern on the cart. Just because that's more stable.
I don't think the lantern is like the inside of the lantern. I don't think it's going to be
Rocky.
dependent on. Yeah, it's not. It's a
Would it be
Then
rocky?
I'll hold it. Sure.
different
it has-
plane of risk.
It has a table and chairs, and it's an extra dimensional space.
Yeah, I don't think that it would be pretty horrible if it just like when you normally carry it, then you go inside and the whole place is a big mess.
Celery and I each have our crate of
So
stuff.
just figured that might be easier for doing work.
Yes, that will
Um,
be way easier for doing work. That'll be nice.
So do you just jump in straight away?
We'd probably want to walk a little ways first. I mean, does it really? I don't know. What do you guys think?
I say just go for it.
Yeah.
8 hours.
Yeah.
just do it.
I need 8 hours.
If there's a
So,
problem, we can
Yeah,
deal with it.
basically, right away, I guess.
All right, so it's just Rude and Frid then on the road,
And Todd.
walking, and Todd, and Todd. So you start walking over. Nothing unusual, of course, right away. Though a couple of hours in, there's traffic on the road normally, but a couple of hours in, you hear somebody from behind yell at you and say, "Hey, you, stop!"
I'll turn around at them, and I'll stop. Yeah, but I don't know.
You'll turn around and keep backtracking. You see a couple of riders. You see two people who look like similar to the people you saw in the palace, the Imperial Guards. And behind them, you see somebody who looks an awfully like the wizard Waltrentich.
Okay. We'll go, I'll walk over to them.
Were we supposed to sign out? What the hell?
They ride up to you. The guards, they don't seem aggressive or anything towards you. Watertitch, still wearing the blindfold and everything, rides up to you and from the top of the horse talks to you and says, the fire starters, are you there?
Yes, we're here.
Uh-huh. Everyone?
They can all hear you. They're working at the moment, but they can hear you.
I see. Well, how about they stop working?
You cut out for me.
Watertitch said, how about they stop working?
I believe the way my friend's magic works is once they go in, they can only do that once per day. My apologies, but it's prep for the dragon, you know.
I understand. My apologies. Perhaps they can stop their work.
Yes, I'm sure they have. And then I'll say, Pyros, send me a message if you can hear all this properly.
Okay, then yeah, I'll go over to the book and basically just start writing next to Frit's name. Yeah, I can hear you, and you'll hear it in your head.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's weird. We've never done the hearing thing, but it works. I can hear them, and they can say that they hear me. And
those
as
words
well.
start popping up in the book as Frit starts responding.
Yeah, so I
Wait, can we actually hear, or is it
The words pop up on the page when he responds.
Oh, okay. So Celery and I are completely oblivious to what's happening.
But you
If
can
you're
hear
not-
the outside stuff, can't
Yeah,
you?
you can still hear outside.
Oh, we can't. Okay, never mind.
So you can hear Watertitch telling you, saying that, hey, stop.
I believe they've stopped working. Yes, I say.
Watertitch seems a little bit irritated and says, yes, well, now they can come out then.
All right, I'll go ahead and pop us out.
The wizard says, I'm glad I could catch up to you. Do you know why I'm here?
Last minute prep for the dragon?
Yes, the dragon. Well, I do hope that you get on with it soon. The sooner the better, so we can get on with the next step of the plan. Remember, this is only the beginning of it.
Of course, yes. We'll do anything you guys need us to do.
Yes, well, this is not actually about the dragon. This happens to be a completely unrelated thing, but it just so happened that I was looking for something of mine.
Oh my god.
Did we take something from him?
Ages ago. Months ago at this point.
Watertitch
I don't know
says,
about it.
well, yeah. Watertitch says, I misplaced a powerful artifact in my tower months ago. It was almost a year ago. One day I was wondering where it was, so I, of course, tried to scry for the location of this item, and it simply couldn't be found anywhere. It was most strange. It was very strange, and I couldn't understand how it could just up and disappear from the world like that. At first I thought it was something to do with the death of magic and such, but I think you know where I'm getting at with this.
Ah, yes. My apologies about that. One of our old party members, our rogue, had very sticky fingers and took that without the rest of us knowing.
Give me a
are we able to
deception
pay
check.
for that?
With advantage, surely, because he's blind.
How is that? That's not how it
That's a
works.
19. That's a 19.
Waltritich says, yes, well, it just so occurred to me this one, yesterday when I was thinking about this thing, and then I remembered your story about how you were whisked away from time for 9 months. So, out of curiosity, I decided perhaps I should look for my old box again. And incredibly, it somehow was right outside of the city here. In the direction that I had just sent these adventurers who had just been away for 9 months out of existence. So, yes, I know you have it.
Yes,
And-
that's what we're saying.
You have not given it back to me. Would you explain this somehow?
Like I said, our rogue took it without us knowing, and then later, once we were gone, explained it to us, and it just slipped my mind to give it back to you. In all honesty, that's why I offered to pay for it.
Perhaps. Well, let's start with you handing it over.
Oh,
Now,
sure.
remind me, what do we have in there?
I think it's just the rope, right?
I don't remember if we put as a player, I don't remember if we put the scrolls in there or in the chest, because it was a bit
Oh.
confusing.
You put the scrolls in there, the recipes.
Oh God. Oh my God. Oh no. No. Well, the guards. Oh, Dupe, they're unremarkable scrolls, right? There's no like fancy seal or watermark on them.
No, they don't have any it doesn't say the property of the Academy of Alchemical Arts on
okay.
it.
So we can just say that it's like Celery's, wizard crap.
Yeah, I mean, if
the
Celery
guards aren't
was...
gonna know, and Walternich is blind, it's fine.
Or-
Yeah.
If Ree was studying the scrolls in the lantern, how many did they bring? Just one?
Probably
The
one
one-
at a time, so I will only
Yeah.
have the potion of growth. Yeah.
Yeah, because it takes five days to learn it, so...
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Let's just say we have to remove our
Yeah, we've been using it. We'll empty the contents out into our cart, and we'll hand you the box. Just a moment, please. And then are they following us, the guards, as we do this?
What do you mean following? They are looking
Well-
at you, yes.
Well, because I said I walked over to where the guards were, and we stopped the cart. We're not going to back up the cart to them, or...
No, I mean, the riders came to you. They move faster than you, so...
Okay. Yeah, I guess just open the thing and empty it straight into the chest without... try to obscure it, I guess, slightly, but without making it, like, obvious that I'm trying to hide it. Just kind of do it quickly.
I guess give me a sleight of hand check. It's not. It's kind of weird sleight of hand, but sure.
That's pretty good.
One of the guards says, "What are you dumping out there?"
We've been using it to store some of Celery's recipes for potion making. He's quite the expert. Do you want him to talk about it?
The guard
Tell you
looks at
more?
Waltranchich and says, "My lord." Waltranchich says, "Yeah, check them." And the guard gets off the horse and says, "If you don't mind, I would like to look at those items."
Sure. We recently purchased them.
The guard stops you and says, "No, thank you. I'll just look at them."
Yeah.
Maybe a subtle suggestion to that they're normal papers.
Well, if we're lucky, they're only looking for one.
Yeah. No,
Oh,
but I mean,
oh, you're right. The Arcanium.
okay, I have a question. If someone is under the influence of the suggestion spell, is it
Mhm.
obvious that they are under this? Like, but is there a
Did-
magical effect? Like, if I were to suggest, see, they're all normal scrolls, then no one would be the wiser of that.
I mean, that wouldn't be a suggestion, I would say. So it would not be obvious, no. But it wouldn't be that wouldn't work as a suggestion because you need to suggest an action, right?
I would actually ask the guard and voltage, to what do we owe this search and talk? Like, this is my personal possession. Like, what gives you the right to look at through my things? Like, would you like me looking through your spellbook? I don't think that's right?
The other guard who is still on a horse just shouts at you and says, "Because you are thieves." And Waltrantich adds, "Yes, well, as my traveling companion here just said, you do understand that you are under a magnifying glass right now because you have in your possession something that belongs to me and you have admitted to stealing it from me. So I think it only fair that we make sure that there is nothing else illegal
Well,
in your
that being
possession."
said, you're referring to them, not me. I wasn't there when they took that. And thanks, I do not even know this is yours.
Waltrich says, "I do not care whether you were there or not. You have joined this group, so you need to bear the penalties of the group as well."
And I'll say, don't worry, it's fine. The box, yes, that was stolen, and like I said, we just forgot to give it back. The stuff inside is all yours.
Out of character, isn't the Arcanium recipe in there? We said that we made a copy for Hamlet.
You
And
never
so
said that you'd put it in there, though.
No,
Oh, where did we put the Arcanium recipe?
I think that was always in the chest.
That's
Hmm.
in the chest? Okay.
Yeah, like at the
Okay.
bottom.
In
of it or something.
In the chest where you dumped everything else right now.
Well, at the
Okay.
bottom. It's not the stuff that he's searching, is it? Or is he going to search for?
Oh,
all
No,
our
he's not
money?
searching the chest. He's just searching the box, I think.
Yeah.
You just
No,
dump
the guard
box
is-
into the chest.
Yeah, the guard
searching
is-
all of our stuff?
The guard is searching the chest right now. Because Frid dumped all the stuff into the chest. So the guard is going over there to
Oh.
check out the stuff. Currently looking, just sort of doing this sort of just like pulling a rope that just keeps going. 500 feet of rope just sort of
Does it seem like he's gonna go through the chest, or is he gonna or is he just gonna go through like all the scrolls that Frid just tossed
I think that's
all
impossible
out?
to tell.
Okay.
Unless you detect thoughts.
Oh gosh. What can I do to stop this from happening?
Why does Bolton Teach have such a crusade against us? Just because he stole this one thing?
Yeah,
That's
we pissed him off. We stole something from him.
Yep. Sticky fingers, Janice. Putting us.
My point is like, why would he look at all of our stuff?
Yes, it was all Janice. It was all.
It
Yeah,
started off with Janice.
I'm pretty sure it was Mervin who stole this thing.
I could have sworn I had it in my arms when we were talking to Wolterchich.
He can't see.
Well, now.
No, back then.
But my point is, what gives him the right to look through our stuff? Like, why are you guys so abiding to that?
He's basically the second in command of the country. He's the law here. If
the Secretary of State told you that you had to, or the Vice President, I guess, they had to search your stuff.
Well, apart from authority, you've also established that Wolterchich is quite powerful. So you you think
convincing them not to look through the stuff without a magic command. There's no this isn't fair. They're not gonna listen to that. That's probably only gonna piss them off more.
My thoughts are like, why have you guys not joined the resistance already?
That is a great question.
Why?
As well.
Why would you abide to this stupid law? Like, literally any guards come up to you and if you abide to it,
Because they're powerful. They can kill us easily.
I would join the
Why do you think we
resistance, that's
stole
me.
the Arcanium recipe? Because it was to go against the Empire.
do you do anything, or do you just let the
I
guard
guess I have
search?
to abide.
You could.
Anything that I could have done would have been preemptive. I don't think I can do anything at this point.
You could kill the guard before they find anything.
Is there
Mervin,
is there any
Mervin, for you. That plan works.
Is there any phrasing of suggestion to make him
There probably is, yeah.
Okay, let's come up with a way to phrase suggestion so that he will report back that there is nothing of interest in the
Oh,
chest.
you kind of just said the action right there. Report that there's nothing.
So one thing to keep in mind about suggestion when silent spelling it. So normally when you're casting suggestion, you need to say the magic words of suggestion in addition to the suggestion itself. And if you're silent casting suggestion, then you're just saying the suggestion, but you're saying it out loud to the person. So if you're like, there's nothing there, and they go like, there's nothing there, then the others looking over might be,
Especially the one that actually, knows magic.
Yeah, the only thing I can think of that would even slightly work would be, see, you've looked through all the papers there. You can tell Walton Rich there's nothing of interest here. But
You know what? I, at the same time, would like to go over to Wolchentrich and be speaking to him, talking to him, having a conversation with him, so that hopefully
About what?
he's only half paying attention to. I'm gonna ask if he's heard any news about the Mervin Omicron. The Mervianoculum.
you don't even know the name.
Mervianoculum. I know the name. I have the name.
Wolterchich says, yes, I do believe they have made a breakthrough with the machine.
Oh, that is really wonderful news. I was worried that since I wouldn't be able to make it over there to help them out because we're doing this thing for the Emperor, and I'm now babbling on, and hopefully that is enough distraction so that he's only half paying attention to what Fred is saying to the guard.
I'm saying something.
Yeah.
Well, if you're gonna do the suggestion, yeah.
Okay. Fine. In time with that. Oh, this is gonna go so badly.
No, it's not. It's gonna work. It's gonna be fine.
Oh, it's roll of dice.
To be killed. Okay, so how many do I need to use? spell, you can use one sorcery point. So use one sorcery point to subtly cast suggestion, and I say, see, there's just celery's recipes here. Nothing. Yeah, you can tell Walton Rich just as much.
Okay, that sounds like a suggestion. And what's the GC?
I don't want to know. It is
Can you do that silvery tongue thing to give
not
him?
after I've cast a spell,
Oh, okay.
and I'd have had to insult him.
Then never mind.
Let's put back to that.
17 looks like.
17, yeah. Oh, God.
You could luck it though if he passed.
Oh, you can.
Yes, I
force
can
him to
use.
re-roll it if
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
good times.
Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's use the time.
If you need to.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, you
If
take the
you
luck
need to.
bit. Even the luck bit could do it. It says 2 reroll.
Oh, use
Actually-
luck and the time stone.
Yeah. Let's quickly. I'll put my lucky feet in chat.
Oh, whenever you make. Oh no, attack roll.
No, it can. Yeah.
I'm not sure you can use it on him.
I don't think it explicitly says that it's against someone else's.
Oh, it's only attack roll. I thought saving throws too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
attack
it's not-
rolls only.
Yeah, you can't.
So it's time stone only.
Um.
Is my distraction giving any sort of mechanical?
Not to
Help.
this. This is a suggestion. This has nothing to do with your distraction.
I thought,
Um,
why did I think this was Wolfenrich trying to pick up on it? I'm
No,
silly.
no.
I'm silly.
I'm just wondering whether so what do you think? Because like, so the character is making a roll, yeah. You don't know what that roll is. Should I tell you whether it's a success or failure, and then you choose to use the time stone,
I'm
or do
assuming
I
there's,
just
like,
tell
a
you that
look-
there has been a roll?
Well, because what's
Maybe-
like the like I'm trying to think of the word.
Hmm.
What is actually happening like in the world when we use the time stone? Is it a rewind?
Well, reading the time stone, it says, as a reaction, the holder can cause any one dice roll to be taken again, with the first roll being discarded. That doesn't clearly say one way or another whether it's before an outcome is determined or after.
Yeah,
an outcome is determined.
Because the thing just is that if you were rolling the dice like visibly, I would not be telling you first like this is the effect. You would just be guessing whether this thing was working or not. But I guess in this post it doesn't make really much
if we
sense.
were rolling-
So they have failed the roll is what it is. They have failed the roll, so you don't need to time stone it unless you want to.
It's just a pass or a fail, yeah?
Yep.
In that case, we'll save it for when we inevitably need it following on this.
All right. The god looks at one of the scrolls and looks at it as a recipe for an alchemical thing and puts it away and says to Waltrantish, my lord, these are only recipes for the wizard's alchemy. And Waltrantish says, very well. In that case, please hand over the box to me.
Yeah, we hand over the now empty box to Walton Rich. Or to the guard, I suppose.
To which one?
To Walton. I'll hand it straight to Walton Rich.
Okay. Waltrantish grabs it and does a couple of quick Rubik's cube switches on it, and it locks up and then puts it into a pouch and says, well then, this unpleasant business has been concluded.
Again, our apologies. It slipped our mind. What with all the time passing and the many other things we've been doing. We initially, I personally did not mean to take this from you, and I'm sorry I did not return it to you.
Walter Titch says, this is normally an unforgivable crime, but seeing as you are already on your way to do a job, I will let it slide this time. But I will not accept any more slip-ups from you. Any criminal activity or such. Is this understood? You're
Yes,
working
that's-
for the Empire on orders, direct orders of the Emperor himself.
Yes, we want to complete the jobs given to us. That's
Yeah.
been our deal for past year or so. We just do the jobs that we get given.
That is good, because if you are found to commit crimes while working for the Emperor, that would be seen as treason.
Mm. Mm.
Enough for death.
Mm-hmm. Well, then we will keep a stronger eye on each other, then, I suppose. As I, for one, do not wish to die.
Washington says, very well. Let us be on with it then. The guard that was inspecting the scrolls is still standing there, just sort of looking at Fred.
Well, farewell then. And I'll wave to the guy.
Maybe let them know to have a safe trip back.
Yeah, have a safe journey back with Walton Rich, and look after him after all. Not that he needs it.
The guard says, I'll do as you command, and
What?
goes over to his horse.
And then I'll go back on the cart, and we'll try and make haste, I suppose.
Yep.
I have a question. Does command? Can you drop it?
Yeah, I guess I'll drop it.
Okay,
as well.
so as soon as they're like just a few more yards away from us, like I would drop it so that he doesn't
Yeah.
say anything weird in front of Walter for the next
Yeah.
8 hours.
Suggestion is not a concentration spell.
Yeah, but you.
But I'm pretty sure I can cancel it.
No, the spell actually states that if the suggested activity is completed in a shorter time, the spell ends
Okay.
when the subject finishes it. So it's already gone, I think.
Evidently not, because of us not taking Arcanium and making all spells useless.
Something like that, maybe. No, it does say
Oh, they
that
would have-
suggestion is concentration, but not mass suggestion. That's interesting.
Mm. Well, massively it would be hard. But yeah, okay. Well, then in that case, yeah, you can drop your concentration. But yeah, I mean, spells are not useless if they become more powerful versions of a certain effect.
Like
Yes
my
and no.
Mini fireball. Or my spider climb got more powerful.
Yeah, or just dominating an Imperial guard.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, no, maybe that's true. Maybe the DC he only failed it because it's higher. Who knows? But hey, hopefully he doesn't say anything weird now.
Chris just asked on Discord how was the session, and I'm afraid to tell him about this. Oh my god, we got so close. We got so close.
So, do you just keep on traveling then?
Are we a good way away from Waltermich now?
Yeah,
they still there?
they're gone.
Okay.
Right, then I collapse on the ground. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm sweating so badly. That was almost it.
So if we're going to be keeping this recipe, we should probably find a safer place for it.
Yes, yes.
So honestly, I think I prefer just not keeping it.
Really? But then we can't sell it. We've done the crime. We might as well get some use out of it.
But if we no longer have it, it
Can
would
we
be harder for
memorize
them
it?
to actually pin it on us. I mean,
We can't memorize it.
How do we
Sell
feel
it
we
now.
probably could.
How do we feel about hiding it in a like hiding it within the lantern, like going in the lantern, and then in addition to being in the lantern, like hiding it like in the furniture or something?
That works until the lantern is broken.
But doesn't
How
everything just
right.
harmlessly fall out when it breaks?
Yes.
Okay, so
So-
it wouldn't be destroyed.
Right.
How
It
does
would
the
just-
lantern break? Like, what causes it to break?
Destruction of it. If somebody
Yeah.
tries to break it.
It is. Let's see here. Under
AC is spell save DC and hit points, warlock level plus proficiency bonus. So it is actually not that sturdy at all.
Yeah, but who's going to be hitting this random lantern? You're gonna
Somebody
have to
who
have
recognizes Pyros as a warlock with a genie
Feel
pact.
about could we? Okay, so arcane lock says you touch a closed door, window, gate, chest, or other entryway, and it becomes locked for the duration. You and the creatures you designate when you cast the spell can. Oh, I'll just put it in the chat. So, if the little door on the lantern, if we
No, that's
can
not
set
how it works.
That's not how it works.
I don't know.
There's
I
no
feel
little
like you should
door.
put arcane lock anyway,
There's no-
because if you put arcane lock, it's almost telling people there's something important in here.
As far as
There's-
entering the lantern is
There's
concerned,
already an arcane lock on the chest.
There is.
On the
Yeah,
chest,
you
yeah, the one that you put there.
Oh, the chest.
ages
oh, yeah,
ago,
the chest.
yeah.
There's already an arcane lock on the
Yeah.
chest. Yeah.
Entering the lantern is just literally when I do an action, I can bring myself and up to 5 other people in with me. There's
Yeah,
no
I
other
was-
way to enter it.
Yeah, no, what I meant was that like it raises its AC. Doesn't
DC to break
Wait.
it open
Oh, the
increases that
DC to
it-
break it by 10. Sorry, wait.
I don't know if you'd necessarily say that increases the AC of the lantern.
No, that's not. Sorry, I misunderstood it.
Anyways, do you continue on with your journey?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just the DC to break it increases by 10. So what?
Were
I
you,
don't understand how the DC to break it is different from its AC.
It's not well. It would not. Okay, whatever it is, it would not translate to plus 10 AC.
Okay.
Plus 10 AC to anything is
It's
crazy.
insane. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and Pyros' spell save DC is what?
16.
Yeah, nothing has 26 AC. Okay, something might have a 26 AC, but that's like up there. Yeah,
Cleric
like
with shield.
um
Magic shield.
but yeah, so what were the scrolls that you were trying to scribe, Mervyn, today?
Today
in the lamp.
in the lamp it was 1 second. It should have been Vortex Warp and Heroism.
So that's more than level 1.
Heroism is level 1, Vortex Warp is level 2.
Okay. But Vortex Warp would have taken then longer than the 2 hours.
Yes, Vortex Warp is 6 hours for the 2 of them that I want to make, and then Heroism for the 2 scrolls that I want to make. Oh, sorry. Each scroll takes 2 hours. Each scroll is 2 hours for Heroism, so that's 4 hours total. And then Vortex Warp.
Because we had what, 2 hours in there before being interrupted?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I could have gotten one of the Heroism done.
That's not what you started off with, though.
Oh, is it? Okay.
You started listing Vortex Warp first, so
That's
we're gonna
true,
go with
that's
that.
true. I started with
We're gonna go
Vortex
with
Warp,
that.
that's true.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go with Vortex. Sorry, let me do the math again on how much time it takes me.
You got. Isn't it? So what's the timing on it? It's a quarter of the time.
It's so for level 2, it's 3 work days. So let's multiply that by 8 for the number of hours. So 24 hours divided by 4. So it takes me 6 hours per second level scroll. So if I want 2 of them, that's 12 hours total.
Right. But anyway, the point is you have not scribed any scrolls. And also Celery hasn't learned any recipes, obviously. It wasn't going to be
Just
today anyway.
cumulative time, right?
Do I have to start over on the following day?
No. You can keep on going.
Cumulative time. Okay.
Yeah, but you've just lost. You haven't finished anything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you keep on traveling on. Is there anything in particular you're doing on the road?
If we see anyone who looks, but otherwise, I don't think so.
Who looks what? Sorry.
Like a trader, like a traveling merchant.
Yeah, you see a lot of people who look like traveling merchants. Are you gonna stop them all and have a chat and slow yourself down?
I mean, in passing, if I'll say, do you have any magical items? And if I guess I'll either say yes or no.
I mean, they are merchants. They're gonna stop and chat.
Well, I'll say yes or no. Do you have any magical items? And if they don't reply yes, then I won't stop.
I mean, a lot of them will have. So what are you wanting from them? Just anything they have, or something in
Be
particular?
specific.
I would like you to be specific, because if you're just like, I want 20 merchants to tell me about the magical items they have, then we're going to be here forever.
Okay, I'll say cloak of protection. That'll be what I'm looking out for, and a fire resist potion. One of those two things.
You meet on today. You meet 13 different merchants and have a chat with all of them. And eventually one of them does offer you up some fire resistance potions.
How much are they selling it for?
They say they are more interested in bartering for some other goods, if you have anything.
Ooh.
Okay, in our inventory we have...
Could we sell off some of the potion recipes?
Yeah, we'll try that.
Are there any ones you're willing to part with, Celery?
We have a few of them doubled, don't we? Or...
True.
Oh, interesting.
Okay.
The merchant is not interested in the recipes.
Oh, okay. What else we got
they say they are more interested in some more unique items.
Well, there's still that last ingot of mithril.
No, I need it to make Zarud's half plate later. Keep us all nice and stealthy.
We could give him an infused item.
And then drop the infusion. Yeah, right now I have the Ring of Mind Shielding and the Wand of Detect Magic up. Or my super cool sunglasses.
The merchant specifies that they are more interested in more unique items, not magical items or ingots of mithril.
Right.
Oh.
I'm going to offer
Anything-
up the Diary of Nipnock. A scientist. This is the diary of a scientist who conducted some experiments, some strange experiments. He's died now, and would the diary say where his cave was located?
I mean,
Or could you
trying to
figure it out
think.
on-
I'm trying to think. I'm pretty sure you still have not really read it that thoroughly, so you would not know.
No, I did read through it at one point. I'm pretty sure.
Not like from beginning
Yeah,
to
fair
end.
enough.
So you wouldn't know if there's some parts where it would like the parts you have read. It wouldn't identify the area. Is what I'm saying. It might be that there is.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want it to be or not.
Well, regardless, I'll offer him the diary.
The merchant asks if he can read it, look through it a little bit.
You can skim through it, yes.
They take it and go over to the final pages and read it and sort of smile and nod and yes. All right, yes. One potion for this, yeah. Oh, there you go.
He seemed very eager. I'm going to say, make it 2, and you've got yourself a deal.
The merchant says, no can do. This is has its intrinsic value is far less than a potion. It is barely worth a piece of gold.
Well, had to try. Fine. 1 potion for 1 book, 1 diary. Done deal.
All right. You have lost the Diary of Nipnock, and you have gained 1 fire potion resistance.
Okay. Do we have anything else? Anything else? Oh god.
We have a couple of maps, right? Do we need those maps?
But you want to
We'll
see?
offer him bullseye lanterns if he wants bullseye lanterns.
Not interested, no.
Well, worth trying.
Basically, just offering up the plot hooks for potions.
Okay, with my magical tinkering thing, can anyone come up with something weird to make using this? That we can
I
hand
mean, the merchant isn't really asking you to make something.
I know, but I'm saying he was intrigued by how weird the diary was. So if I gave him something like, you remember when I gave the oracle what did
I
give her,
do
music
remember
box or
that.
something?
I'm going to offer him a 4-leaf clover.
The merchant's not interested in it.
Oh, wow. I can't think of anything else of value that we have. Or of not value, but worth.
The merchant offers to buy Tard for 500 gold.
Theoretically, I could sell Todd and make a new one.
Does the cost
But-
is the cost less than that?
It technically doesn't cost me any money to make Todd. We
Would
still
Mervyn be
defend-
willing to sell Todd for 500
Yeah,
gold, though?
see, with the character, I don't think I would want to sell Todd.
I mean, you're willing to you're willing
I
to
know
sell
Mervyn
like
likes
fake
beer, that might be-
fake infusions to merchants and dropping them, but then you're not okay with giving Todd and just making a new one.
Yeah.
Todd has
Your question
emotional value.
is, yeah. I'm gonna offer to make him a music box, basically, like a magic.
The merchant's not interested.
Okay.
Well, fair enough.
I think-
We got one potion that we needed.
Yeah.
We're good.
Okay.
Business has ended.
All right. So nothing really out of the ordinary happens during the day there. You come up to a small inn where you can stay for the night. Conveniently placed at your daily travel distance, as they would.
That is very convenient. Yeah. How much does it
That
cost us?
That is literally how they work. It will cost you. $38,000 gold.
This is want to rest there, not buy the inn.
It'll cost you. They give you a deal of 3 gold for the 5 of you.
Sure. We'll pay that. And I've removed it from the carts.
All right. Okay, you rest.
Before we go rest, could I ask from Merv one of the absorb element scroll? I would like to put it into my spell book.
Yes. Can I have one of those?
And I guess Ree technically also has 4 more extra hours.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna scribe that before everybody wake.
Okay.
Yeah, and it wouldn't be Ree because Ree is pissed off with voltage, so she's going away.
Yeah, let me add to my inventory these scrolls.
Yep. Keep track of your items so they do not exist.
I do need to take off 50 gold from the card as well to scribe it.
Yep.
Oh,
You can do that.
pain. With sorrow. 50 gold.
50 gold for infinite casting. I'm gonna do the 50 gold.
Infinite casting? Infinite spell slots.
And I guess with the rest of the time, I'll just summon familiar for you guys to meet the new companion. Probably not as cool as Todd.
What does your companion look like?
It's a blue kind of like gem-like creature that looks in the form of a snake, a lizard, dragon. No idea what it is, but it's a fractal mascot.
Cool. That's fun. Because it's
Sounds-
a lizard, is it sort of just like perched on you?
It can change its size from tiny to huge.
Oh.
So
So
I guess
sometimes it
while
can.
it's tiny,
Okay, so you have like a little gecko, like a little gemstone gecko.
yeah.
It can help
Or-
pull the cart.
Technically true, you can help pull the card if it's huge.
Can you use it as a mount?
Yes, if it's bigger than medium. But it doesn't have that much movement speed, so I'm like, what's the point? I move
That is
faster.
fair.
Yeah.
That is a good point.
See, See, in Kate's mind, it's just like, wow, this sounds cool. Well, Kate is just like, why?
Where's the practical part of it?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, one
Is he better
player,
than Todd?
one player
he
thinking
objectively better?
thinking like, what does it look like, and the other player thinking like, what does it say on the paper?
It's not so cool. It's just for me to get out of jail free. So this is what I took, which I mentioned earlier. I can get out of jail for free, and I don't need to see the spot. So this combined with this means you can go into any space through any wall, and then I could just teleport inside without breaking anything.
Hmm.
Oh, interesting.
So what crimes
said-
are you gonna do next?
No, why do you think
I
of
mean-
crimes? I'm just putting myself in a safer area.
Do you need your spellcasting focus to do this?
No, it's just a feature. I don't need a spellcasting focus.
That's good. Okay.
Yeah.
Because that was something when we were arrested. That was something I struggled with. I was like, I don't have my spellcasting focus. I can't do anything. Ah!
Yeah, it's such a struggle to get arrested.
It's not ideal. That's certainly true.
Yep. All right. So, do you just keep on traveling to Lynn on the high road?
I suppose so.
With the same lantern thing, so they can actually get work done.
All right.
I'll probably stay with Reed and.
You
Zero
can't do any of
because-
your reading then.
I don't do the reading. Reed does it, and she's not
Oh.
in the mood to do it.
Oh, fair enough.
Okay. So then you make your way forward in time and space.
Also, at one
Mhm.
point during our journey, when there's like no one around us, I half want to. What's the least painful way I can do this? I want to throw out my Chaos Bolt through my Dragon Mark, but I need a creature. So at one point, if I like see like a squirrel or a bird on the side of the road, I'm gonna attack. It's that or a party member. So
You can use Todd. Todd can repair himself.
sure,
How much,
okay.
how much damage can you do? How much damage can you do?
The target takes 2d8 plus 1d6 damage.
That's
it-
not going to kill Todd.
Yeah. Sure, I'll attack Todd at one point during our journey when there's like no one around to observe us, and see if it does anything that I wouldn't expect it to do.
Okay. You can do the attack.
Let's do that. Okay, so a 1 and a 5. So then that. Choose one of the d8s, a 1 and a 5. I'll choose lightning damage because why not? And that's the damage type it takes. So 8 points of lightning damage.
All right. Todd takes 8 points of lightning damage.
Great.
On a less destructive note, also, while Pyros and Mervin are inside the lantern, Pyros offered to let Mervin write their name in the book so he can do the sending to them as well.
Now, what exactly, like, is this like swearing fealty to your patron as well, or any sort of thing like that?
Not that I've been informed of.
No.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not sure. I really feel comfortable with that, but thank you for the offer, Pyros.
Very well.
Just distrusting Pyrus to his face.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Todd still has 59 points of health.
I'd also like to let Todd hit me back. And then I'll try and
Test you.
stop him. Yeah, I want to try and stop his attack, but I want him to try and hit me.
Okay. Todd.
Oh, okay.
Todd, crit on you.
Todd's gonna kill me. So I'll take 6 points of damage. Okay, try again,
Did
Todd.
that-
This
did
time
that
a little
double?
less.
Should that have doubled?
I
no,
think it
there's
did.
two- Yeah. 1 + 4 is 5, and then 1 extra D8 is.
Got it.
1.
You
Just-
rolled
it
two
happens
ones.
to be terrible.
Got it. Okay.
It's literally the
try.
lowest damage you could do on a crit. And then I'll say, "Come on, do it again." I'm gonna stop it this time. Trust me.
Okay. Never mind.
Well, that I do stop it. I guess.
Touch it. Okay, let's try this.
Do we want to keep going? I've got more health. We can keep going.
Yeah. There you go.
Okay. That I tried to stop somehow, but I'm guessing I just get hit, right, dude?
Yeah.
I'll take 7 damage.
Yeah. We've done this before. You still get hit.
Well, I've got to try. And seeing as that hasn't worked, I'm going to do nothing.
Yeah. Remember, seeing as how that didn't work last time, you were going to do something else, but then you didn't, and now you've looped back to doing that again. Oh, beautiful. All right, you keep on traveling, and you end up at another inn, and you rest up there. And I'm just going to tally up your costs at the end of the journey. Next day. Anything else? Is anyone doing? Yeah. Is anyone doing anything special, or do you just keep going?
I'm gonna come back every. That's it.
I think I still need this day to make the scrolls, and then the following day I will work on the weapons.
All right. You.
By the way, what is Pyros doing? While Celery and I are working.
Just watching.
Yeah, basically. I mean, it's either that or just looking through the Book of Shadows, but that doesn't really do anything to benefit.
How many times have you read it already?
Yeah. Probably, if Reese is going to be working on the learning this time, then make the same offer to them that they can write the name of the book.
All right. You make your way through another uneventful day. And you rest up at an inn that is attached to a small little village.
Halfway there.
Okay, I should be all done with my scrolls now. Now.
Was Ree gonna write the name in the book or no?
Why not?
Huh?
Yeah, Ree will write her name, which is just Ree, not Celery.
Okay.
I can't wait for the inevitable problems that causes.
They can communicate to each other. Can they communicate to each other inside the back of the mind?
You have not asked her, but if you ask her, then you say, yeah, we chat and we decide who takes the spot on the next day.
That's nice.
That's nice. All right. As you are over in this little inn on the way, you are told, as you sort of make it very clear that you're here for the first time, never been around here. You're told that there's a big forest coming up, and that you should rest up at the inn before the forest.
Sure.
That there's nothing inside the forest to rest at, so it's best to stop there.
I guess while we're here, is this like an actual like tavern, or is it just where people sleep?
Yes.
Okay. So basically thinking like if there's like a pub, people from the public here, try to listen in, see if anyone's talking about the dragon this far south.
You have not heard any dragon rumors.
Okay.
Will you ask anyone about the dragon?
Yeah, I mean, I guess you could ask like if there's a barkeep and ask them if they've heard anything about the dragon up by Lynn.
They say that they have not heard. No.
After reading half of the Potion of Growth, would I already know what are the materials needed?
I think no.
Okay.
It's a bit weird, but I think you would need to like know the whole thing. You need to kind of like learn the whole recipe to be able to exactly know what to do with it. Yeah. So do you just keep going on then?
Yeah, I don't think there's anything else really.
Right. So the next day you travel, and you travel a little bit less. Like we can say you would lose like 2-3 hours of your travel time if you stopped at this inn by the edge of the forest. Or you could keep going and just apparently camp out.
Let's stop in the proper place because I'm not feeling too confident in Tiny Hut at the moment.
If you don't want to cast it, I can cast it.
How do you have Tiny Hut as well? Did you just
I
pick
took
it?
it. I took it as one of my level. Yeah.
Ah, okay.
I didn't know you have it, so I picked it.
Oh yeah, because you weren't there for that time. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I guess we just camp here. Oh no, I mean we stay in the inn.
All right. You stay at the inn by the forest, and they tell you that this is normal, that people stop here, and then the journey through the forest takes a whole day. So there's another place on the other side to rest at. Next day, are you still doing the lantern thing?
Yeah, you still just have to do the weapons.
I just have to do the weapons.
Done.
I mean, I don't know how long the weapons are going to take me.
Like 5 minutes.
Oh,
Okay.
great. Okay.
Then-
So then,
Yeah, I mean, I guess only in the case if Bree still needs to be.
I
Reading.
mean, for this part of the forest, if we already know we're gonna be out, I probably wouldn't want Ree to be there. I'll probably be Celery.
Okay,
Then we can walk through it together.
sure. Then we can all be outside.
yes. Yes. Everything's all good. Since the day started, do you want the Ring of Mind shielding right now? Or can I swap it out for something?
You can swap it out for the
Okay.
fire resistance armor.
Actually, right now I'm just gonna do because we're not close to the dragon whatsoever, I'm going to do the enhanced defense on
Sure, makes sense.
the roots are half plate. No, 19.
All right. You set out into the forest, and it is indeed a big, thick forest. One curious thing about, it goes quite normally first, but then suddenly you come to a somewhat curious part of the forest because the road, well, it first of all goes down. There's like a little bit of valley there, but for like a couple of miles, it's just completely straight, which is unusual for like the technological level of this place in that a road through a forest would more likely just like follow the natural formations of nature there, so it would not be going in a straight line. So it would be probably quite tedious work and like a lot of work to make a road this straight. So it's strange, but for some reason somebody's done it like that. So it's just for this one stretch. So basically what you're seeing is you're like at the end of on top of this side, and then you can see a couple of miles forward to another side where the like valley goes back up. So yeah, it's just a curious thing. And as you keep going, you notice, of course, that there's every now and then there's a couple of other people traveling, though it's not like super heavy traffic or anything. But you do see in the distance, there's a small group that's approaching you on the road. Well, not approaching you, but moving on the road the other opposite way of you. And you eventually make your way kind of to almost the bottom of the valley here, and the others are coming over to you, and at this distance you notice that they look very much like they would be some sort of like soldiers or guards. There's like a group of 5 of them.
I'll ask, are you from Lynn?
I was wondering if you were gonna like hide your stolen things. Okay, so they were not quite there yet, but you will kind of approach each other closer, and they actually hail you first and say, "Travelers, where are you coming from?"
From Van Lawson.
I see. What is your business around here?
We've been sent by the Emperor to kill the dragon terrorizing Lynn.
Yeah, very good. So you're on Imperial duty then?
Correct, yes.
You're loyal citizens of the Empire. That is good to hear.
And we take it you are from Lynn?
Yes, we are also guards of the Empire.
What are you doing this far out from Lynn? We believe from our maps that it's still a while away from Lynn.
Well, we patrol the roads. That is the role of the Empire, is to keep the roads safe. Surely you've seen other patrols on the road before. You have.
Okay.
But they haven't, for some reason, like been asking you questions like these.
Well, yes, of course. Would you happen to know why this road is so straight? It's quite unusual, no?
The guard says, well, they just, for some reason, they wanted to make it like this. I don't know why.
Very odd. And have you heard any news about the dragon? We were simply told that we were to kill it, but too much more than that, we haven't been briefed.
Yes, well, the dragons over there, yes, it's causing a lot of trouble. I'm glad somebody's finally over here to deal with it, though we have been more busy with other work.
Other work? Is there some other problems?
Yes, the rebels.
Ah, yes, the rebels. Problem everywhere, I suppose. Is there a heavy rebel presence in and around Lynn?
Yes, there's a lot of unrest in the area here. You should be careful. Have you noticed anything on your travel here that could indicate any rebel activity?
Nothing on our travel, no. Can't say I have.
I see. Well, in that case, and as the guard says that, suddenly arrows shoot out from the forest.
Oh, us or at them?
Both. There's a volley of arrows that comes out of the forest and maybe hits some of you. But we'll see about that next time.
Ooh.
You are being ambushed, and so are the guards.
Haha.
Well, time to prove that we're dragon slayers, you know. We've got to take out a bit of riffraff.
I mean, it's probably not a dragon.
Yeah, yeah, but like prove that we're capable of killing a dragon.
Maybe it is just a dragon who happens to have a lot of
I will
arrows.
try not to start a forest
The
fire.
dragon is actually skilled in art.
Or maybe its breath attack is arrows.
That would be kind of cool.
Yeah.
I think there was actually a dragon older editions that breeds swords.
Well, I mean, something like a arrow-breathing dragon could be for like a mechanical dragon or something. Could be such.
That would be horrible.
Who knows? Anyways, we're gonna find out about that next week, though. Next time, before we go, I just wanted to check in on one thing, which is that in 3 weeks there's Halloween. Is that a thing for any of you that it would like? Is that a time when we are not going to play? Are you going to be busy?
Should be fine for me.
I've not been told of anything that I'm doing, but if
I'm
my
not.
family
I don't have
poke
any
me into
plans.
something, I will let you guys know.
Yeah.
But
I think that-
currently, I'm not told.
I think that day is still October. I'm good, but the first 2 weeks of November, I'm out. I'm on a holiday.
Okay. Yes. Okay. So we'll probably be playing on Halloween then. That is also on another matter relating to scheduling. That is also around the time that daylight saving time is going to kick into action again, or kick out of action. So that thing again, we're going to have to deal with. So yeah, we'll have to figure out if we want to keep relatively this time or if we want to switch to relatively the other time. But anyways, I'm gonna post about that on Discord so we can figure that out. But yeah, that's it for this week.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
There we go. All right. Thank you everyone for watching. What was I going to say? Oh yeah. So I have decided that at least for the time being, I'm not going to be posting any schedules. So we'll just stream at some points. So no schedule now, but the D&D games are always going to be at the same time for sure. But overall, what we might be playing next week is Oxygen Not Included was one that I was thinking about playing next week, and possibly some more Overwatch. So I think those are the main plans for next week. But that's it for today. I'll see you all next time. Bye.